Welcome back to West Ham Irons United for another match day live. I'm Anton, joined by Matt. We will be getting joined by, of course, Stell, literally in a few minutes. But as you can see, going along the little cheeky banner along the bottom, you can actually see the starting lineup, which is what we've been told. We're led to believe this is the starting lineup today. Matt, what are your thoughts?
That's what we called last night, wasn't it? In fairness, we don't often get it right, but I think we got that one spot on. You know, same team, and
we do get it right. I think you've actually played us down there a little bit, and I mean, we don't want to be an ITK, but we get given the information, and because that means we're not the ITK.
In the preview.
Yeah, the preview. Sorry, got you.
Yeah, in the preview, we normally try and guess it, and sometimes me and you think, we got it spot on, and a lot of times it's like, Moyes has thrown another spanner in the works, but. We picked it last night, and we said, didn't we? He doesn't like changing a winning team. So technically, although that team conceded 2 goals last week, it did win. And the only flight was obviously Antonio was out injured, so Bowen's come in.
Yeah. If you are joining us, obviously, like, subscribe and comment. Give us your thoughts on the fact that you've now seen what you believe is the starting 11. Noble is maintaining his place in the lineup. Masuaku starts again, and Bowen comes in for the injured Mikel Antonio. Dawson and Diop stay in the centre-half position, and it depends on how you look at how West Ham are going to line up in terms of formation, Matt, and you made a valid point yesterday. There's a couple of formations that we can play into today's game. They can start with the 4, move into the 5, or vice versa. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it gives David Moyes. It's weird because he never really would, especially still, would never talk about Masuaku like it, but he does give you that sort of ability to change formation mid-game. Because of his pace and his ability going forward. A lot of people have said, I'll just play him as like a winger rather than a left back. But we know it's a left wing back, so he can drop into a back 5 and make it 5 cross back and let Cresswell tuck into what has been his probably better position this season.
Yeah.
But if we are going for it and you do want to attack more, you can tell him to get further forward and make it a back 4 because he's got the pace and the trickery to hurt whoever he's playing against.
Yeah.
I think with the way Leicester normally play, I think at the moment they've been playing with the back 5, so I would assume that he's tried to match up and go like for like.
Yeah.
It leaves it open for flexibility, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. For everyone that's in the chat, we don't have any further news except for what we believe is the starting 11. But there is news kicking about from the Leicester camp, and the Leicester camp is potentially that they have not going to have Maddison, and I believe is it Perez? I'm just trying to get as much news as I possibly can. So I think they've lost a couple of players today. That still doesn't take away from the fact that they do have great depth in their squad, etc. And there's still nothing to take away from the fact that they are capable of doing a job on the day. And obviously what you've got here with West Ham and Leicester City is you've got the team who've got the second best home record in West Ham versus the team who've got the second best away record in Leicester. And it's going to make for a very good game. Matt, let's talk about going forward. Look at our forward attacking probably less up there. You've got Fornals, Lingard, Bowen. You've got Masuaku. What do you think of the 4 of them together, mate?
Well, I think we said before about that first front 3. Was it Bowen, Fornals, and Lingard? Were they the 3, or was it Ben Rama instead of Bowen that started the Aston Villa game? And we sat there and said, well, which one? Who's going to play up front? Who's going to play down the middle? And they both they all rotated around, didn't they? They all took it in turns. Take it, trying to play that forward role. There's a lot of pace and technique and intricacy in that front 3/4. So, again though, the only thing it's going to throw us for them is obviously I know Moyes has spoken that Bowen can play in front, but if Bowen needs a breather or whatever, he can, or someone else needs a rest, they can swap round and Bowen could go out on the wing and Lingard or someone else could even go down the middle. It gives you a bit of unpredictability, but there's pace in that team for once because that's something we normally struggle with. Lingard, Bowen, and Masuaku gives you a lot of pace, gives you width. It's just a shame we haven't got Antonio because that's the sort of game where you'd want Antonio, where you've got pace and width on the wings
Yeah,
cross into someone in the middle.
But then we have got options going forward, etc. You can hear probably loads of background noise with the kids going a bit mental in the background, but that is part and parcel of having kids in the house. But there's no ifs and buts about it, mate. We've got options there. We saw what West Ham can play like when we don't have a striker. It's not ideal. Of course, it's not ideal, but it does give players like Bowen a bit of freedom. Fornals have a bit of freedom. Masuaku getting forward, pinging the balls in, etc. Yep, keep going, Matt. And
I was going to say the one question I forgot to ask was it Jack yesterday was what is their mindset going to be today? Because let's not forget they've got an FA Cup semi-final next weekend. So are their players going to be going out 100%, or are they going to sit there having their mind on I don't want to get injured, I don't want to get booked, I don't want to get sent off because they got FA Cup semi-final and they got the easiest draw in the semi-final, so they really are on the cusp of going to an FA Cup final. And is that going to play on their mind? Is that maybe why Maddison is not being risked? Is Brendan Rodgers thinking, no, I want it for semi-final next weekend? It's I don't know, I forgot to ask Jack, and it's just come across my mind now when you mentioned about like Maddison not being out. I was thinking, why would he not play him? But is that something Rodgers has got in the back of his mind that?
We have to wait and see. With regards to the Leicester team, we're just hearing rumours that a couple of their players will be missing for today. We're not 100% too sure if that is true. We'll have to wait for 5 more minutes to see the official news. Hi, Jake. Hope you're well, mate. And hi, everyone in the chat. But what we are led to believe, from we've been told, is the starting 11 for West Ham is, as you can see along the ticker tape along the bottom. What does that give West Ham when you look at that ticker tape? 11 players there, not a forward. Sorry, we don't know about Ogbonna yet. We don't know if he makes the bench. We're waiting to see if obviously with that news, if he's even remotely on the bench. I don't know if he would be, because I don't know if it's needed to be honest. If he's still training, you may find that he may be on the bench for the next game, and then we can see what happens after that. But defensively, Matt, what do you think? Pretty much what we predicted.
Yeah, I mean, you've got the back 4/back 5. Soufal, Dawson, Diop, Creswell's played. They've played a few games together now, so they should be more linked up. And obviously, Masuaku gives them the extra cover. I'm hoping it's been more back 5 because I think they're going to be busy. Because I think no matter what team's announced, I think they'll play Vardy, Annie, and Nacho up front. So that gives you a front 2. So if you try and score up 2 and 2 at the back, then Diop and Dawson may struggle. It's going to have to try and keep Vardy quiet. Iheanacho's more around in the box, whereas Vardy will do everything. He'll make the runs, he'll chase, he'll harry, he'll be annoying, he'll get under the skin of opposition players. You're going to have to keep him quiet, like we did in the first game. We have to keep him quiet if we want to get a win today. If we don't, we're going to struggle.
For anyone that's just joining us, please make sure you do like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. There he is. Oh, he's on mute. He's on mute. He's on mute.
Himself. He's muted himself.
I am.
There you go.
Afternoon.
Professional as
I
always.
was going to say morning. It feels like morning, but it is afternoon.
That's just because you've just had your breakfast. Myself and Matt have witnessed you eating your breakfast, mate.
Well, I've been doing things.
You can say anything back from that, can't
you? Been doing things. But W&P wants to know if you're on the beer. You were on the beers last night, Matt.
Me? No, I weren't actually.
No. See, W&P, that's the way he normally looks.
Jake, no, there's no hats today, mate. There's no hats. I had a little cheeky haircut, as you can see, little side done there. So that's the hair growing out. So I'm not
You're
falling for
better
that
off
one.
keeping your hat on, mate. After
Yeah.
that,
You need to put your mask on. Oh shit, you have got your mask on actually. Right, Stel, I'm going to let you and Matt talk. There's a few
All right,
guests
mate.
coming on throughout, so yeah, and I'll be back on for the watch along.
All right. See you later. So, as we've seen, Matt, no number 9, but I'm not worried about that, mate. I know there's a cheeky little comment here by Epic saying Bowen hat trick. You heard it here first. I think we've got goals in us today, haven't we? We've got players who can make goals, and we've got players who can score them.
Yeah, had we not played without a centre forward previously, I probably would be a bit worried. But we've played games this season without an out-and-out striker, and we've shown that we can still score goals. So I'm not really that worried. I mean, again, the only thing I said in the preview last night is just annoying because you've almost got, at the moment, the spine of the team is missing because it is Ogbonna, Rice, and Antonio. And, you know, that spine isn't the same without Ogbonna in it. I'm sorry, it's not.
No, I agree.
I've never been Ogbonna's biggest fan, but the fact of the matter is that throughout the season, Ogbonna's been in there, and it's been the other centre-back that's continually changed. And we've always looked solid. And lo and behold, Ogbonna drops out. Because, I mean, how many games did we go at one stage over like the Christmas period? We didn't concede a goal.
Yeah, I don't remember, but
back-to-back clean sheet sort of thing. And then Ogbonna's dropped out, and I mean, obviously Rice doesn't help the situation either, but all of a sudden it doesn't matter who's in the back line, we're conceding goals again.
I mean when you look at that,
we're scoring.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's what seems to have changed. Moyes seems to have unleashed our attacking ability. And ironically, even though Antonio's now out, he hasn't necessarily been contributing that many goals lately to the team. It's been, I think we've been saying it all season, haven't we? That goals have been coming from all over the pitch. You know, we've had defenders scoring, we've had midfielders scoring, and so on. And so, in a way, and you're right, we haven't been playing with a number 9 all season because let's not forget, Antonio's not a striker. So in a way, we've been managing with a false number 9 or whatever you want to call it throughout the whole season, and we've been doing well. But I agree with you with Ogbonna. I mean, there's a comment here. Ian asked, you know, a bit worried about today's game. I'll be really honest. I was thinking about this, trying to be a bit philosophical about this. 8 games to go, including today. If we win today, we're back up to 4th place. And I don't think I'm worried anymore because I think this team is now good enough to get a European place, whether it be Champions League or Europa League. I don't know. But I feel quite comfortable today, even if I'm not suggesting we're going to lose. We're still waiting on confirmation
I did feel quite comfortable, and I just saw a comment, and I just looked it up, and I've just seen that we got the ref for today's game.
Go on, Mike Dean.
He's the diva himself.
Mike Dean.
Mike Dean.
Oh, well,
Mike Dean
that's
show
that,
again.
people. And that's
Mike
the show
Dean
done.
Show again.
We'll see you all later.
See you next week.
Oh. See you next week. I think Mike Dean, I mean, you know, it's interesting because after what he did last time with Souček, one would argue that Dean kind of had his, he had that warning shot, didn't he? And then we were worried about him managing, what was the game he last ref for us? I can't recall. But we were worried there, and he seemed to be behaving himself. It's the one where Lingard got a penalty. So maybe...
United?
Was it Sheffield? I can't remember. Whichever game it was after he sent Souček off. About 3 weeks later, he came back for another game, and he seemed to be okay-ish. So yeah, I'm not worried. I'm not worried. Toby, let's have a look. I think we can safely say at this point, Antonio's 100% out. It's not a clever Moyes ploy. No, he is out.
Well, no, he said he's out, but he's just done his usual thing. The same thing he's done with Declan Rice. And it seems to be David Moyes' new thing is that he never says
for how long
they're out for.
Yeah.
Just
Jake
never
Thomas,
comments,
hello, mate. No, and I think that's not a bad thing. It keeps us all guessing. Is there any news on Ogbonna? We're waiting for the for the confirmed team news. Don't forget, the game starts at 2:05 p.m. So we've got
a minute.
Another minute to go.
I mean, I read that he's probably not. He's about a week short, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't think Ogbonna. I think he might be a bit longer than that, mate. But
Lanzini was supposed to be having a fitness test this morning to see where he made the bench.
Because he's had a knock for a couple of weeks, hasn't he? So we're waiting on him as well. So we're lucky enough to get the first 11, but unfortunately we don't get the whole team news, as in who the subs are. But we'll give you that as soon as that comes up. Mike Dean looks like Voldemort and Gollum's love charm. Neil T, hello mate. Have you seen the news about the Leicester players out? Yeah, and the lads have just been speaking about that.
I saw a starting lineup for Leicester, but again, this is just Twitter, so who knows? Apparently, it's Schmeichel, Pereira, Amati, Fofana, Evans, Castagni, Tielemans, and Didi Pratt. Iheanacho Vardy is apparently their team, but teams are out now, so
let's have a look.
Let's jump over. If I can get the picture up.
Yeah, Bowen starts for the game against Leicester. That's been confirmed.
I'm trying to see the team.
Mike Dean is Mike Dean is reffing, and I'm looking for the team news. I love it when I get alerts saying team news, and then you go to the alert.
They don't put in a picture. They send you to a freaking website, and you're trying to.
Yeah.
Right. So it is the first starting lineup is Fabianski, Soufal, Dawson, Diop, Creswell, Masuaku, and the way West Ham have written that, it looks like a back five.
Yeah.
Souček, Noble, Fornals, Lingard, Bowen. The bench, we've got the two goalkeepers again, just to be extra careful.
Yeah, I can't work that one out, mate. Cannot work that one out.
He's filling out the bench, isn't he? Johnson, Fredericks, Johnson, Balbuena, Alves, Coventry, Benrahma, Odubiku.
Yeah. Now let me put up the subs bench because there's some interesting. Oops, not that one. Let's edit it first. So yeah, as you said, on the bench is Odubeko, Benrahma.
Again, so you got like 4 academy players on the bench.
Johnson. Oh, Coventry. It's that now. That's interesting. Coventry has made the bench.
Because didn't you make a comment about he's not in the first team squad right now?
Yeah, and he made
unless that was just trying to take the pressure off him. Unless that was their boys smoke and mirrors.
Ogbonna hasn't made the bench, but I don't think we're surprised.
And neither has Lanzini.
Neither is Lanzini. So there's the bench. So the lineup is confirmed. Fabianski, Soufal, Dawson, Diop, Creswell, Masuaku. Definitely a back five. Souček, Noble, Fornals, a mid three. And then what do you want to say? A two. It's a 5-3-2, but it's not a 2 up front.
Well, so it's almost 5-3-2, or is it's weird because you could say there's a 5-3-2 or a 5-3-1-1 or a 5-2-3.
Well, it's interesting. I can't remember who it was the other day. There was someone who made a comment the other day in the chat saying Moyes might sort of go, might give us something brand new and give us a 1-5-5, and it was a kind of a half joke, but in a way, that's a 1-5-5, isn't it? 5 at the back, 5 in midfield. It more or less is.
You know what? It's that big Sam false number 9, isn't it? When we went to Tottenham with Ravel Morrison, we just played 5 across the back of 5 across midfield, no one up front, and they just took it in terms of making the runs.
Yeah.
The bench does slightly worry me because
you know what, the bench doesn't worry me. I'll tell you for why. Odubeko, he may not get a game. We know that, but Odubeko was on fire on Friday against Man United. We came from 2-0 down in the under-23s, and Odubeko got a hat trick. And all the goals he scored were from just outside the box. Great shots, both feet. He scored with his left and he scored with his right. And I know everyone's going to say, well, it's the under-23s, it's not the same, etc., etc. But that's where you make your mark, isn't it? You make your mark in the under-23s to demonstrate to the manager, think about me. Connor Coventry has been I've been crying out for Coventry to come into the team for a long time, and I'm actually quite glad the boy's there because he does offer an alternative to Mark Noble if Mark Noble's legs go throughout the game. I don't know. Go on, mate. What were you going to say?
It's just. I was looking at attacking options and including Odebiku or Odebeko. Like, it's just him and Benrahma. That's your two attacking options. Thankfully, like you said, I'm glad Coventry's on the bench because this was the point I made last week: is that we had no centre mid on the bench. So you're saying Noble's got last 90 minutes regardless. So at least with Connor Coventry on the bench this week, that Noble hasn't really got to hold back. He can go full lung busting around, and if he gets knackered after 70 minutes, you can bring Coventry in and give him a go. At the end of the day, what we got 8 games left.
8 games left.
Give it 8 games to give it a go. You might as well. There's no point holding back. You know, if we give it a go, and he goes all guns blazing for the next 8 games, and we only win 3 of them, and the 3 wins isn't enough, we gave it a go. I'm not saying play 2 at the back and 3 in 9 up front or whatever. You know, you've got to be sensible and pick a formation, but don't hold back on roll the dice when it's needed because you don't want to sit there at the end of the season and go, oh, what if I told Noble to just go flat out every game, and if he gets knocked off 6 minutes, I'll bring someone else in. You know, rather than making him try and last the 90 minutes. What if this? What if that? You know, he's better off just giving it a go. The only thing I would say is that because of COVID, I don't know if they're going to keep that this next season, but because of COVID, we've had these 9-man benches. I kind of hope they do keep it, to be honest, because it just it lets more people get involved in the matchday squad.
Yeah,
you know, because we're not making extra subs. It's only 3 subs again this year, but it does kind of for West Ham defeat the point at the moment when you've got 2 goalkeepers and 1, 2, 3, 4 defenders.
The thing the thing that I'm questioning is why do we still keep having 2 goalies on the bench? And I keep going back to my theory. I hope I'm wrong. And you mentioned about the spine, mate. I keep going back to my theory that that there's something not quite right with Fabianski. I don't think he's fully match fit. I've got a feeling that ever since he had the knock earlier in the season where he was out for a couple of games, I don't think he's 100% recovered. I hope I'm wrong.
Well,
I'm sure I am.
36, 35, 36.
36.
He's not exactly young anymore, and it takes you longer to get over things.
Exactly.
But at the same time, I don't see why he's got Martin on there. Martin's no offence to him, he's essentially a glorified cheerleader.
Yeah, but I know Randolph played one half of the under 23s game on Friday, so I know he's on his way back. But I'm just wondering if there's still a concern with both Fabianski and Randolph. Well, clearly Randolph because he's still only coming back, and so just in case if Fabianski has a breakdown in any way, then at least he knows he's got Martin and Trott as a backup, just in case.
What game was it? Years ago. I can't remember what manager it was back then. He put 2 goalkeepers on the bench. I think we needed to draw a game. It was back in was it the 85, 86? We needed to draw the game, and he put 2 goalkeepers on the bench. Just he was if we lose a goalkeeper, we're not we still got another goalkeeper. But that's the thing I'd say is that we've got attacking players in the academy.
Yeah.
And is it really needed to have 2 goalkeepers and 4 defenders? You know, we've got 2 goalkeepers, 2 centre backs, and 2 right backs.
Well, let's have another look. So, as you said, Martin and Trock, 2 goalies. Fredericks, we know what the thing with Fredericks is we know that Fredericks can actually play further up front if need be. He can offer that kind of wing-backy type. You know, if you remember that the couple of games he's come on, he scored 1 goal where he played as a left-sided. He played the Masuaku role, really sort of far up front. And he offers, and also when he's played on the right, when he's come on and played on the right, he's made a couple of goals as well. So in a roundabout, in a weird sort of way, Fredericks can offer something different going further forward. It's with either Soufal or Creswell behind him. He's got pace, yeah. And then
he's got scary pace, which not a lot of players have.
Absolutely. And then Johnson, a bit more solid. I'd say, still learning his trade, but a little bit more solid.
I mean, to be fair, you could read that as when people play like FIFA and whatever, and you go, "Oh, you got your first team, your second team." You could look at that as a second back four. You have a right back, a left back, and two centre backs. It just begs the question why he decided to have an entire second back four on the bench.
Well, maybe he's thinking if he needs to provide cover in the middle of the field, maybe that's why Coventry's there. There could be a call out for. I mean, Frederick Alves has been apparently pulling up trees in the under-23s. There's an awful lot of raving about him. Doing really well since we signed him. So maybe there's thinking there. If I need to cover in the middle, I've got a couple of players that might be able to slot in there in some way. But you're right. The only real, apart from maybe Fredericks, the only real alternative attacking prowess we've got there is Benrahma and Odubeko. Do you see? I mean, depending obviously how the game goes, do you see? I know a lot of people are shouting out for Benrahma. Do you see Benrahma getting much game time today?
I really don't. I'll take that back. Like, if we're chasing the game and we're losing, yes. If we've ended up putting a big shifting up front and someone is just knackered, yes. If someone picks up a knock, yes. But if we have one of these ideal games, like say we're 2-0 up with 10 minutes to go, I don't think he will. I think he'll make more defensive changes. Like if we're 2-0 up with 10 minutes to go, I can see him taking off the wingers. I can see him taking off Masuaku, see him taking off, I don't know, let's say Fornals is playing out on the other wing. I can see him taking them off and putting like Fredericks and Johnson on. He's in a weird position right now in this game, Benrahma, where unless something changes, if we have a status quo game where everything just goes along as Moyes wants, I don't think he will get game time. Which is frustrating for him, but I don't.
Yeah, I agree. Because ironically, I think we might actually get to see. I mean, I've just put Happy Hammer's comment back up there. Did you notice that both youth teams, under 18s and under 23s, had players who both scored hat tricks, Mbama and Odubeko? So I think we're going to make it a hat trick of hat tricks with Lingard or Bowen. I think Odubeko might get 10 minutes today.
We ain't due another hat trick for about 5 years, are we? Based on the gap between the last two, because you had Andy Carroll and the last season at Upton Park.
Yeah.
And then you had Antonio last season. So it's about another 4 years in it for one.
Megan's gutted. Hi, Megan. Thanks for joining us. Ogbonna was my only hope for today. I don't know. I mean, we've just talked about the defence, and we have been a little bit shaky in defence. We kind of conceded a lot more recently than we have been inclined to expect. So Ogbonna is a big miss. He does provide that sort of that comfort, so to speak, at the back. But you look at Leicester, and we're going to have a guest coming on in a minute to talk a little bit about Leicester in a moment. But you look at their lineup. Is there enough there to worry the likes of Dawson and Diop?
Well, I mean,
there it is. Yeah,
that is the team. Schmeichel, Armati, Evans, Fofana, Pereira, and Castagne. So they got a back five with wing backs. Tielemans and Didi Pratt. I mean, Tielemans is a quality player, and again, you got the two up front. You got that danger man Vardy.
Yeah.
It's we've got certain bits of quality. I mean, look, Fofana's a guy we were after, and Leicester got him. Tielemans is a £40 million player, and he's worth every penny of it. Then you've got Ndidi, who's one of the best holding players in the league, and you've got Vardy. And Iheanacho's on form. Iheanacho struggled for a couple of years. He started scoring goals.
And he was another one that we were after a few seasons ago. Let's bring on someone who's a bit more of an expert on Leicester than we are. Neil, hello, mate. Thank you for joining us. How are you?
Hi, guys. Yeah, thanks for having me. How are you doing? How are you looking forward to the match?
Always looking forward to it, especially when it's not a relegation battle.
We've been there as well, mate. Trust me. I think there's a lot of mutual agreement there. We've seen it on our end, so I understand you. I understand you there.
Well, it's interesting, Neil, because we kind of we're now looking to aspire to what Leicester have achieved if we can maintain this, if this is not a one-season wonder for West Ham, we're looking at the framework Leicester have achieved, which is fantastic. That you guys have now sort of become quite a solid, top 6 team, top 5 team. You seem to be. What do you not think that? It feels to me, or it feels to us, that you guys have achieved something that we've been aspiring to for quite a long time.
Yeah, it's a strange one because I still don't see us as a top 6 team. I've been, again, you guys know I've supported them for so long. It's like seeing your team towards the top is almost like, this is a bit crazy, isn't it? So
Yeah.
so it's like we're winning, and we're winning again, and we're winning again. And again, it's not being down the bottom towards the championship. I've been watching them for years now, since about 2002. We've been like League One, Championship. Now we're coming up, and our owners have been fantastic. But as you were saying, if we could both build towards that, because I'd love for you guys to get that top 4 spot, just so you could rub it in the face of London as well. That would be really good fun, and just us 4 being the top 6.
Well, I was going to say just that,
4.
Top 4 being, including Leicester and West Ham, with all the others below us. We don't care how we do in the Champions League, just being there so we can laugh at everybody else. And then when they start taking the piss out of us, going, "Oh, you've lost every Champions League game," we'll go, "Well, we're there, so we don't care." And not only that, but we've got something like 60 million in the bank because of it.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's the thing. We've been there, and the thing is, there's a lot of similarities between our clubs, and there's kind of a bracket outside the traditional top 6 of like yourselves, us. Well, it was Wolves. They've kind of fallen off a little bit. Everton is still around there as well. That a team that could get points off the top 6, which is really, really I quite like as well. So I'm looking forward to this game. Obviously, apart from this game, best of luck for the rest of the season, because I'm really hoping that you guys get top 4 and to kind of rub it in the face of like the likes of Arsenal or Tottenham. And I can imagine, because I used to live in London for a little bit as well. You guys kind of are completely overlooked as well.
Well, unfortunately, we've got to beat you to keep that chance going. So
you've done it before.
We had done it before, and I'll tell you something. We were very surprised when we beat you 3-0 away from home. Because ironically, if you remember, Matt, was it the first 7 or 8 games of the season? We were looking at it, going, "Well, when are we? When are we going to pull out of the relegation zone after these first 7 or 8 games?" We had Wolves, we had yourselves, various other teams, and we thought, "My God, what a bad start." And I mean, obviously, we're happy as West Ham fans to have won, but I think it's going to be a tougher game today. I'll bring up your team and tell us, if you talk through it with us, mate, and tell us what you think.
Sure.
What do you think? What have we as a West Ham team have got to look out for? Who are the danger men in that lineup? I think we kind of know, but
yes, it's a strange one. So obviously if you don't watch football as much, you'd say obviously Vardy, Tielemans, Schmeichel, and these 3 are very important players to us. However, Jamie Vardy, I think he's only scored like 5 games since January. So what he's done is he's come into this provider role now. He's bringing other people into the game. So obviously you got the likes of Tielemans this season that a lot of people have been paying attention to, and rightly so. I think he's been fantastic. And Diddy, I think where it's going to be won is going to be that midfield. Dennis Pratt is a very, very able person, and for your fans, I'd say keep an eye on him. Tielemans and Diddy rightfully get the praise they deserve. Pratt is just coming back from a long-term injury. However, he plays for the Belgian team, and also he will be in this kind of number 10 role. We're playing 2 number 10s as well. And so he'd be one person I would say that would look out for, that won't be mentioned as much in the mainstream media or the build up to this. But again, for Fafana, I've just heard you mention, they was linked with you. We managed to get him. He's been fantastic. Amati does a similar job. I can't remember. I think we went 4-2-3-1 last time against you guys, and we got demolished. So I think we're going to change formations as well, because I think we've only got 1 winger fit at the moment. So
Right.
that's not going to help. Hence why we've pretty much had to go to a back 3. But
so that's what I was going to ask then. So that lineup then, what are you looking at? Are you looking at a 3-5-1-1, 3-5-2?
Yeah, sort of. So it's kind of 3-5. I think we could guarantee. Then it's kind of Rodgers plays this kind of mixture football where we can change formations in a game. We can switch up certain players. So you're looking like Dennis Pratt will become your number 10 with Iheanacho and Vardy. But then it's kind of like a 4-3. If you want to get a specific formation, with 3-4-3. So you'd play in Vardy up top as your number 9, then Iheanacho alongside, and Dennis Pratt alongside that as well. Dennis Pratt gives you the legs, Iheanacho gives you the technical and the goal threat. So that's what we're going to be looking at probably coming into this game as well. It's going to be very interesting, I think. We've played this way. Obviously, we can't compare it to Man City because, again, we were hoping for a result, but the way they were playing, we can't. They played us off the park, and that's okay. You guys know, it seems better than you like that. You just take it, and it's one of them cases. So so it was going to be high octane football. I'm interested to see how West Ham set up as well, because you've beaten us once before. You've thrashed us 3-0. So. And I've heard that you're very strong at home as well, but at the same time, we're very strong on the road. So it's kind of like the unstoppable force you move Vlahovic kind of thing. It's just kind of coming head to head with each other.
This is it. We're the second best. We have the second best home run this season, and you've got the second best away run. So it is going to be quite interesting.
We're matched up player for player pretty much at the moment. I think we may be, again, it's the battle of attrition. I remember that. I think last time as well, David Moyes wasn't even at the ground, so we were thinking perfect time to pick up 3 points against.
We were kind of wishing him. We were wishing him well, but at the same time, we were wishing him to stay away a bit longer because we went on a run of wins whilst he was recovering from COVID. So, but look at our lineup. I mean, you said we're kind of matched up like for like. We talked about Matt and I have talked about the spine of our team. Out of those 4 players, which is the spine. Fabianski is the only one that plays today. So for us, Ogbonna is a big miss. And Declan, obviously, if anyone has Declan in his team and is not available, that's a massive miss. And then Antonio. So with the team that we've got lined up, you look at that. Where do you think Leicester have got? What do you think Leicester have got to worry about? Because we're not going to play an out-and-out striker, I don't think, even though Bowen is going to be given that role. So what's your concerns, or are there any concerns in who you're lined up against today?
So the thing is, I've realised as well, we've got the old centre-back pairings against each other in Dawson and Evans coming up against each other, actually. So it'll be interesting to see, obviously, them two played a lot of time together at West Brom before they moved on to both teams. And in this case, it's a strange one because we're playing 3 at the back, but you've, again, got no out-and-out striker. I'm a big fan of Mikel Antonio. I think it's been completely overlooked, and how the strength and pace of him, people don't, I think, credit enough. However, so I'm quite glad that he misses out for this one. Lingard's obviously one person that everybody's been talking about and has been playing some sensational football at the moment. Bowen is a player that actually you were speaking about, Fofana. We were looking at Bowen as well, and we were looking at last January getting him in. It didn't quite work out, and he's done really well for you guys. So the players that obviously I'm going to be worried about is probably Lingard, Souček. I think Cresswell as well is a player that is very underrated and puts in a solid performance game in, game out. And we've got that in Mark Albrighton, who doesn't play, but who's not playing today. But however, he goes in the team, does a decent job, and is fantastic. So the defense, I think, will be our defense. I think it'll be a bit stronger than yours. However, your attacking force going forward is going to be stronger than. So again, we match up quite nicely in this one, in my opinion.
Yeah, Matt, any comments on that? Any thoughts on what Neil has said?
There was a point I was going to ask. We had a guy on Jack yesterday. I was going to ask him: is there any sort of mindset going to be in the players? Because obviously you guys have got an FA Cup semi-final next weekend. So are the players? Do you think any of the players are going to have one eye on that? Like, because you don't want to be getting any bookings, you don't want any reds, you don't really want any injuries. Or is it just going to be no? Forget about that. We get today's game done, and then we'll look to next week after.
I think so, because the majority of the season we've had European football as well. So playing twice a week and still maintaining a top 4 position, something that's been overlooked. We've been the only team out of all of the Premier League teams that have sustained a top 4 position since the beginning of the season, and something that's been, again, kind of, as you guys know, we get overlooked like you guys. So we've done it with an injured squad, with a squad that's just coming back already. So at the same time, when you come back to your... Sorry, what was your question again? I went off on one there.
I was just saying, will the players, Rodgers and the players, will they be focused for the game? Or they, because you don't want to risk injuries, you don't want to risk cards, or are they just going to know we're just solely on today's game and worry about next week after?
Yeah, I think we'll be okay. I think because going down to once a week has benefited our squad massively. Our results, obviously, take the Man City results slightly different, but up to that point, we've been doing really well once a week, and just it's giving the players a rest because they haven't stopped for 3 months. When they're playing Europe, then Saturday, then Sunday, Europe Saturday. We don't have the squad to keep up. And I've just looked at your bench, and you've got Ben Rama, but again, like our squad, there's a lot of players that are in like the under 23s. That are probably the same with ours as well, and it just shows we haven't got the strength and depth for it. So so I think playing that once a week helps us massively, regardless of what happens. So now I was quite glad that we were out of Europe, just because we wanted to be there. You'd want to be there if your team's in Europe. However, we couldn't be, but it was just killing. It was just killing the players. We've got long term. We've only got a couple of injuries at the moment now in Barnes, Justin, and I think Soyuncu's out with coronavirus at the moment. So them three, but then we've got a pretty much fit squad for the first time pretty much all season. So we are quite looking forward to this game. And back to your point, I think once a week has helped us out massively.
It's a double-edged sword, Europe, isn't it? Because we all love to be in Europe, but at the same time, as we've seen with a lot of teams, especially the Europa League rather than Champions League, teams seem to suffer when they go into Europe. Look at Wolves. You mentioned Wolves earlier. They've had a great couple of seasons, and now is it because of Europe? Having to constantly play those 2 games, each week, it does take its toll, and that's where the strength in depth for the squad is important, isn't it? Because you get into Champions League, it gives you there's such a vast amount of money there that you can actually afford to go out and buy 2 or 3 good players, whereas you get into the Europa League and you kind of like the money isn't enough to even buy the left foot of Declan Rice, and so do you know what I mean? It's like it's such a vast difference. So is it for Leicester as fans? How important is it for you guys to stay in Europe, or is it one of those things where you go, oh, it's great, but you know what, we're not that bothered?
Yeah, for us, it would have been nice to go on a European tour. However, I think we got Ukraine, Athens, and what was the third team we had? Oh, Portugal, which were the Braga in Portugal, which would have been quite nice. However, what you want, as we found out when we won the league and we went into Champions League, and the players, all their eyes were on the Champions League. A lot of them have come up from the Championship. They just wanted to play in the Champions League, kick it with the best of the best in Europe, and they dropped their ball on the Premier League, and we just slipped straight down the table. That was why Ranieri is pretty much fired, because we need to maintain. So the bread and butter should always be the Premier League, sure, and anything extra than that is a bonus. So if you do get it next year, it'll be interesting to talk over the summer if we both get it and what the plans are, because we've had a little bit of experience in kind of Champions League 16-17. This year in the Europa League, we didn't. Well, I think we got quarterfinals in the Champions League, but we let the Premier League just. I think at one point we were top 16 in Europe and 17th in the Premier League, because that's the Leicester City way, and that was the way it went. So I think in this case it's a nice bonus, but I wouldn't pin my hopes on it, if that makes sense. But once you get it, just because you guys are looked on for top 6 at minimum, just again go out to all these countries and just take it as it comes and just bask in the glory while it lasts. Well,
that's exactly what I think a lot of West Ham fans are thinking. We know we're not stupid. We know if we get into the Champions League, if we win a game, we win a
corner. There we go. We'll take that one.
Exactly.
And I'm not trying to put us down, but it's the realism.
I understand though. I understand.
We just want one glory tie, don't we? That'd be it. Even if we go and do like a Tottenham and get spanked like 7-2. Just say we played at the Allianz or something like
exactly.
I
think for us it's more like if we do get into the Champions League, we know we keep the likes of Declan, we know we keep the likes of Lingard, etc., because that's gonna help us build our squad. I'm not saying that Declan will go. I think Lingard will stay even if we do stay in Europa. And I know there's been interest from Leicester apparently, and several other teams in Lingard. But I think for us, it's more about how we keep some of the players that are really doing it for us. And of course, the big names for us are Declan, and Lingard getting to sign up. And I think that in a way is the important thing for us. So for us, Europe is a bonus. It's a fantastic bonus, and we'll enjoy it. And hopefully, if once COVID's over, we'll actually go out there and. I want to go to the Nou Camp and play Barcelona and not be too upset when we get spanked 8-0.
Yeah, and get drunk the entire time. And just be like, we're here. Doesn't matter. Like, you can tell that one to your grandkids as well. You saw Mark Noble playing against Lionel Messi. and go, that's not something that I thought. I don't care if we lost. I think we lost to them. We played them in the ICC champ. We got absolutely smashed in that. But we played against, and I was like, I don't care. Mark Albrighton played against Lionel Messi, and the joke was, who kept whose shirt?
Let's bring us back to today.
Yes.
Before you go, give us your scoreline. What do you think the score's going to be?
It's going to be a tough one. I think my head says 2-2 draw, but I have to say that we're going to try and pip it. I think you guys again. It's so funny how well we're matched up this season.
Yep.
You two, like how well both of our teams are matched up. I'd like to say that we've got a little bit of an edge because we've got that more experience and we've been in that position before. However, if there is a team that's going to play us, and it tends to be the people outside the top six. They're not arrogant. They'll just be like, right, you can play your football. We'll sit back and we'll counter you, and that's how it kind of works. So you look at so I think I'm hoping for a win. You have to do regardless who you go up against. But I think a 2-2 draw all round would be a great result for both of us. Hopefully.
Yeah, sounds fair. Neil, promote your channel. Tell people where they can find you, etc. What content you offer.
Yeah, so from what it seems like, we offer the same kind of group fan channel. We do Leicester City women's, Leicester City men's content. Will be post match after the Leicester game, so you can more than well to give us banter after that. So we'll be here beyond the 90 LCFC on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff. But yeah, really good chat with you guys, and I really appreciate you coming having me.
Likewise. Well, good luck after today.
Yes, exactly. After today, we're hoping for top four. That would be beautiful, both of us.
And let's hope we meet you in the semi-final in the Champions League next season.
Let's see. That would be an all-English Champions League and Europa League final. That'd be good fun.
Can you imagine? Much appreciated.
All the best,
Neil.
guys.
Thank you, mate. Have a good day.
Thank you, mate. See you later.
Cheers, mate.
Bye.
Another good guest. I like these guests, because it's banter, isn't it? And that's what it's about. It's I enjoy it when other fans come on and give their views. I think it's really good fun.
Oh, yeah, great knowledge, brilliant knowledge. Not just Leicester, but West Ham as well, which is Puts us to shame, Matt. Oh, not you. You're a stato. You know everything about anything, whereas I kind of scrap around like, oh yeah, so and so's playing. But you know everything about every team. No, but it is because most people do just have your bubble of your team. So a lot of times people come on, they won't know, but brilliant knowledge. And look, hopefully we do. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I predicted a 3-3 draw last night, so he said a 2-2. So
2-2, 3-3. You see, I'm veering on a 2-1 win. But we're going to it'll be just. But ironically, when talking to Neil and actually looking at the lineups, etc., and I know we don't have an out-and-out striker, but I think there's going to be goals in this game today. I'm kind of wondering if 2-1 is. I'm doing myself a disservice. I think it's going to probably be more goals than that.
I said before we went off air last night, I said, can we just have like a boring 1-0, 2-0 win for once? I said, can we not go 3-0 up after half an hour and finish 3-3 again?
Well, look, if it happens to be that we actually are lucky enough to go 3-0 up again, all we got to do is just make sure that we don't concede a goal before half time. That's the trouble. The trouble is because
I can see there being lots of goals.
The irony. You what, mate?
I can see there being lots of goals in this game.
I actually can, and it's interesting. I was going to mention it to Neil about Vardy. He hasn't scored for 5 or 6 games, but we've always been in the past. We've always been the gift that kept on giving, haven't we? It's like you always hear a stat that so and so hasn't scored for 3 years, and they come up against West Ham. It's like, and the first person to have scored is so and so. And Vardy, as you said in the preview last night, he loves scoring against us, doesn't he?
He always finds a way. He always finds a way to score. The only thing he'll be upset about is there's no fans for him to give it to because he's one of them. He loves playing off. He loves playing like the pantomime villain, doesn't he? He loves it. He loves winding up the opposition and he thrives off it. And sometimes I sit there in the stand and I think, no, stop shouting at him because you're fueling him up to score again.
You're making it worse. Theo, just a couple of comments on that we're seeing in the chat. Everyone's talking about Odubeko. Genuinely levels about the under-23s, thinks he needs a season in the lower championship to work on other parts of his game. He scored 3 goals, like I mentioned earlier. He scored a hat-trick against Man United under-23s. Could he be? Could he be the sort of player where, because not the opposition probably won't know too much about him, could it be something like him coming on if needed for maybe the last 10, 15 and changing the game around? I know a lot of people are going to talk about, the Man United game, the FA Cup game, where he was brought on as a sub and then taken off. I think that was tragic that he was taken off, but to be honest, because I don't think he did any worse than anyone else,
No.
and then when Lanzini came on, he did no better than Odubeko did. But could he be a bit of a secret weapon where maybe if the game isn't going for us, or if we need that goal, it's a lot to ask for a lad that age. He's 18 years of age. He's still learning his trade, but he's so highly thought of. If you remember when we got him, he came from Man United under 18s, and Man United were desperate to sign him on, and he refused a professional contract with them. And he said, he felt that he stood a better chance of getting first team football elsewhere. And he saw West Ham as being the ideal place. Now, I do think he will go out on loan next season. But for today, if need be, maybe. Or do you think it's just like fallacy? Do you think I'm, dreaming? And
It depends on Moyes, doesn't it? Moyes is... I want to say it's weird, because I was going to sit here and say he doesn't really like the kids, but I can't give that full flooded argument because he's got 4 sitting on the bench.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I don't know what he needs to see to then give them the opportunity, because, Johnson got the opportunity last season, didn't he? But that was out of the case of we had no left back and he just will play him.
Almost thrown into the game, yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes you need that. I remember back when, was it Reece Burke? Got the opportunity years ago under Big Sam. And Big Sam didn't want to play him.
No, Bilic. Bilic gave him his debut, if you remember, in our final season at the Bowling.
There was no centre backs, and so
we'll
play him.
Yeah.
And I admit, all right, he's fallen off now, but maybe his progress got stunted. But for them few games, he come in and done a job. Reece Oxford done the same thing. And again, I think he's only just started getting himself back up now in the German league. But sometimes you've got to give him a chance. And I think maybe Ant's made the comment before as well. It's it's not like you're playing a 17-year-old goalkeeper.
Yeah. Where
the pressure's on you, and if you make that one mistake, you could be in serious trouble.
Look at this.
A centre forward.
Stop it, Alf. Stop it, Alf.
Hello, boys.
Bloke playing in China. No, we don't need him.
Hello.
We don't need Arnie. How are you, Alf? You well?
I'm all right. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. You've seen the lineups. You've seen everything that's going on. Feelings, mate? What do you think? How are we going to do today?
I think we're going to struggle, actually. I'm not 100% sure about the starting line. Well, not starting lineup, but because we've lacked Antonio. I heard what you said earlier on about he hasn't scored any goals in recent games and everything, but I think he's been offering a lot more in his hold-up play. I think it's really noticeable when he hasn't been on the pitch that we've struggled in that respect. And I don't know what your thoughts were on the last sort of game, but I thought we were hanging on in that second half.
I do agree. I think we were hanging on, and I think had that game had another maybe 10, 15 minutes in it, I think maybe we might have ended up drawing that game as well.
Yeah. I think Bowen can do a job, definitely. I think he's more of a running onto the ball type thing. So it's whether, it really depends whether Noble or Lingard can actually put any, knock a ball forward for him to run onto, and then hopefully get a shot on goal. But I think we're desperate for a striker now, especially now Antonio's gone. Obviously Moyes knows that as well. But let's say bring back an Arnautovic. That's the story. That's the scoop. Apparently. It is apparently.
It's total rubbish.
My inside man told me earlier on yesterday that it's an Arnautovic is on his way back. Moyes wants him.
Yeah, Moyes doesn't want him, and we don't want him either.
There you go. Apparently he does.
He does because the bubbles burst in China. That's why he wants to come back to the Premier League because he knows it's the only place on the planet. The only league on the planet that's going to offer him anything near, well, he won't offer him anything near what he's earning in China, but he knows he'll still be earning big bucks. I don't think we need him, and I don't think we want him. And I think that does the squad a disservice when people start talking about the likes of Arnautovic, because we've got Bowen.
Yeah, but this is that's what I said to the club this week when they sent me the email about renewing the season ticket. I said, I'm not renewing any season ticket until you actually improve the performances and results and bring back Arnie. And I said, anything less outside of a top 3, that's it. I'm not coming back. That's basically what I said.
I want to talk about
mention the season tickets quickly, because I did try to renew mine the other day, and I think I'm going to have to ring them. I don't know if that's this problem.
It's been really easy.
I'm trying to use my club cash.
Yeah, and you can. Oh, no, there was a blip with it on the first day, but it's been fixed, so you should be able to do it. Yeah,
because I kept trying to renew it, and where I do entirely online banking, if I do any sort of large transaction, my phone goes, you have to approve this. So I was going club cash, and I had to pay like 50 quid to make it up. And it was like, authorised at £302. And I was like, no. But it's been fixed now.
It has been fixed, because I did mine and my daughter's the other day, so it's fine. Yeah, now, I wanted to get on. I've lost the comments, and Megan was asking it about commentary, etc. And she's also mentioned about Noble. So let's talk a little bit, because Coventry's on the bench. It's really, really weird with David Moyes, because he'll talk down a player, and then all of a sudden he's on the bench. So Connor Coventry's on the bench. First of all, who gets the armband if Noble comes off? It would be Cresswell, wouldn't it?
I think it is Cresswell, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think the hierarchy of players at the moment.
Let's talk a few seconds about Connor Coventry. Now, at the beginning of the season, I kept saying that I thought Connor Coventry would be a player that was from the under 23s that will break through, and it hasn't happened. And then Moyes gave this. I don't get him sometimes, because he almost like put Coventry down. It's like, he's not in my thinking, he's not part of my plans this season, etc., etc. And out of the blue, Connor Coventry's on the bench. Now, he's been knocking it about.
Smoke screen.
It is a smoke screen, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is. I mean,
take the pressure off him.
I think probably it is. Yeah. So having seen him on the bench, I'm actually really pleased, because that might be, because we said earlier on, Matt, that maybe Noble's legs might not last 90 minutes. Alf, we'll need someone to maybe come in and help if Noble, let's say Noble goes for 70 minutes. Is Connor Coventry the sort of player that might be able to demonstrate what he's capable of? Or is it too much to ask of? But let's not forget, he's 21 years old, so he's not a spring chick. He's not a spring chicken.
He's not like a 17-year-old, is he? No.
Yeah, I certainly think he's got an opportunity to shine. It's a really difficult question, because you've got to see what the actual state of the game is at the time. If we're chasing the game, or if we're, if it's like 0-0 or 1-0 or something like that, then that might be a bit too much for him. But if we're winning, or if we're chasing the game, let's say, we're 3-0 down or something, then why not bring him on? Let's, see what he can do. But I think if it's tight, or we're just 1-0, it's just a goal in it, that might be a difficult one. But you're right, at 70 minutes, I'm not sure Nobes has got the legs for the full 90, or to be effective for the full 90. So it'd be interesting to see what Moyes does there. Whether he changes it up front with Bowen, brings Odebeke on, who I didn't even know was Irish. I've just found out he was Irish.
I didn't know that.
And he got called into the senior squad during the World Cup qualifiers a couple of weeks ago, the international break. But he didn't actually make any games. And the Republic of Ireland had a friendly against Qatar, played in Hungary. Worked that one out. And I thought, maybe he'll get his international senior debut then. But that didn't happen either. So he's kind of like, it's a bit of a Declan situation. He's only playing for the under 21s at the moment. So he might still be available for, I don't know. I thought he was English, or I thought he was, English.
Yeah.
Parents or whatever.
I did as well. But there we go. But anyway, so whether Odebeke comes on, I think he's got a good shout to come on, Odebeke, actually. Can't discount Ben Rama. I don't know what's up with Yarmolenko. Has he got another knock again? Has he? Or...
Yarmolenko got injured. I think the same game as Ogbonna did.
No, but he came back. He was coming back, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he looks so badly. He's just not match fit. He played in the under-23s with
the other week with
Masuaku, and he was awful. He was terrible. He hardly ran, hardly did anything.
Oh, okay.
And he's got a long way to go to be back. So
what about your main man then, Masuaku? Come on,
right, thanks, Alf. Thanks for coming on, and we'll see you soon.
We love Masuaku. I've got somebody who shares a house with me here. The TikTok boy, and he loves Masuaku. Absolutely loves Masuaku.
Stoke's favourite player. What are we talking about?
I've got to be honest with you. Masuaku played really well in the first game back, so now he's got a bit more match fitness in him. I think it's going to be even better. So I'm looking forward to seeing. I'm looking forward to seeing how he plays today. But let's bring someone else on.
I can't wait to after the game for you to be slating Masuaku again.
I will.
After the game, you're about 3 minutes in.
Good afternoon, Nigel. How are you, mate?
Nigel. How you doing? All right, boys. Matt,
looking forward to the game.
How you doing? Yeah, I am actually. The teams, I think, as I expected it'll be. I think if I'm right, Leicester have got a few players out for whatever reasons. They're saying that is Morris.
Madison's out.
Madison's out.
Madison's out. Sorry, yeah.
So
Soyuncu's out.
Do you know what? A defeat is not a big problem, realistically. A point would be really good. A win would be absolutely fantastic. If you look at, we've still got. I mean, we've got 3 games really: Chelsea, Leicester, Everton. So we've got 8 games left. There's 3 of them. So, but if we win the other 5, 67 points would actually sneak you in, or in the past, into Champions League. So if we could get draws from Leicester, if we could draw against Chelsea and get a victory against Everton and definitely win the 5 winnable games, then we'll smash it for me.
Yeah. But do you think my concern there, Nigel, is if we, I know it's a different type of pressure, but if we only draw today, what that does is it allows the teams around us to maybe start pulling away from us. Liverpool got a lucky win.
Actually, we're on the same points as Liverpool at the moment. It's just goal difference that's a problem. And Chelsea are a point in front of us, 2 points in front of us. So a point a day will put us a point behind them, with us still to play Chelsea.
And we've got a game in hand as well.
So actually, if we then beat Chelsea, we go above them.
Yeah, so, true.
This game, getting a point here, I think would be a great point. If you look at what we've done to them at the start of the season, though, in theory, you would like to think we can do the same. People, I mean, if you look at the midfield, obviously no Declan Rice, so we're going to have Noble there. Now, for me, Noble, he's not looked as energetic, but he's not match sharp, is he? Because he's not been playing regular. Playing 10 minutes, 15 minutes here and there, he's not playing how he used to, where he was first choice week in, week out. So 90 minutes last week. If he can get another 90 minutes this week, I think Noble will get better and better as it goes on, as the season progresses.
We just asked Alf. Sorry, go on, Alf. Go on.
No, sorry, I was just about to ask Nigel actually. What do you think? How do you think Moyes is going to set up against Leicester and against Vardy? Because this is one thing I've been thinking about. Are we going to be sitting a bit deeper, or are we going to be sort of pressed a little bit higher just to counteract it? Either way, there's a bit of a danger there. And I'm not sure we got the pace.
Well, I mean,
if we had Fredericks there on the right hand instead of Kufal, I'd be a little bit more confident, I think.
Yeah, I mean, Diop's got no real pace to burn. Neither has Dawson. Creswell maybe tucking in. I don't know. Masuaku, is as quick as Creswell. So, I mean, the only thing you got there is whether Kufal, but Kufal's going to be out wide right. Is he going to play 4 at the back, or is it going to be 5? I'm guessing it's going to be 4 at the back going forward, 5 at the back. You'll see Masuaku, when we're defending, Masuaku drop back to the side of Creswell, but then playing in front of Creswell as we go forward.
Yeah,
that's what I'm expecting to see. And then Noble will just sit in front of Dawson and Diop and hopefully connecting with tackles rather than missing them like he did against Wolves.
Yeah. Someone did ask the other day if he was still making that sliding tackle that he missed last week. Because if he'd caught the player, I think he would have been sent off. I think he would have been,
but he was that late, isn't he?
He was very late.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
if he was a train, you'd have got a refund on the ticket. He was that late.
I was asking Alf earlier about the young guys on the bench. It's really, really intriguing that David Moyes was almost talking down Connor Coventry. He's not in my thoughts. He's not in my plans. And blah 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 blah. And then all of a sudden, as Matt suggested, smoke and mirrors. He's in the squad. He's on the bench. Can you see someone like Connor Coventry maybe coming on for any part of the game? Could you see Odebeko maybe coming on? Hat-trick hero against Man United under-23s on Friday. Could you see either of those two players getting any real game time?
The only one I can see really getting on is Odebeko, unless we got an injury to Rice or Souček, and then obviously Connor Coventry's you would look at. But I think he would want to try and protect Connor. Against Leicester, you don't really want Connor Coventry, to be honest, coming in making his debut against Leicester, who break with pace from the midfield. So you wouldn't want to expose him. It's risk management, isn't it? Because the last thing you want to do is destroy the boy's confidence. So you need to manage his game time, perhaps against with the Newcastle coming up or people like that.
Would you have started Ben Rama instead of Fornals?
Well, just about to ask that.
No, I'll tell you why. Because I know he's only got about 3 or 4 goals for Fornals, but he has 3 or 4 more than Ben Rama's got.
Yeah.
So, and if you look like Bowen, I know a lot of people in Twitter sphere were worried about Bowen starting up front. But the blokes have scored 2 goals in 2 games, one from being out wide, and he came on as a sub for Antonio and scored.
Yeah,
so he can do. He showed there that he can do it. It's a different type of. He hasn't got the strength and the ability to hold the ball up, but he's got a good shot on him, and he's a
clever player, isn't he? That run he did, for the goal, the 3rd goal. I think that to me was a proper striker's run.
Yeah,
the way he, sort of diagonally ran. Got Lingard to pass it perfectly for him. You'd expect a top-class striker to do that sort of thing,
Yeah, you got to keep Lingard doing what he does best. The last thing you want to do is take Lingard just because he's got 6 goals and go, you can go up front. If you remember when Antonio broke into the team, Antonio scored quite a few goals from out wide right. The next thing you know, we were down a striker and Bilic is putting Antonio up front. Yeah. And he never scored.
Yeah. And I agree with you on that, because a lot of people have been saying throughout the week, play Lingard up front. And I'm like, no, because what you just said, his best game is when he picks it up deep. Look what he did, in the last game. When he's picking it up in the middle and he starts running at the team, at the opposition. And then he either shoots or he lays it off or whatever. And you're absolutely right, mate. If he plays up front, he loses that, doesn't he? So,
throw a name out. It's almost like Martin Peters-esque in that Lingard a few times appears late in the box. He's on the edge of the box, so he's not there on the 6-yard line running in. His goals have come from further back.
Yeah.
And he comes into that space. He can see the space where the strikers have gone forward. I mean, the goal he scored. It was as much made by Antonio's run across the front in front of him, dragging and putting that Wolves defenders pulling them all over the place that gave him the space to run out wide and put the ball away.
What do you think of this comment? If Bowen does well up top for the rest of this season, we don't get a striker. Matt, what do you reckon of that?
I can't. He's no way Moyes is going to do it again. Like, I think he's already identified we need one, if not two strikers.
But what he said there is if Bowen does well, right? And so if Bowen scores 4 goals or 5 goals in the next 8 games, playing up front,
might it tempt him?
Yeah, but the point is
the next Arnautovic, as Alf wants.
No, but
I'd have Arnie back quickly.
Oh, no, mate, I wouldn't. No.
Hold on, Stel. Let Nigel talk. I
would have Arnie back. I'd do a deal straight away. He's a free agent. Get him in because we are short. So if we can get him in and do a deal, and then I would have no hesitation. At the end of the day, it was David Moyes that got the best out of him because he was a donkey going nowhere until David Moyes turned up. I remember Moyes' I think first game was Watford away, and Arnautovic was out wide, and he got subbed up, and he was crying like a baby, and he put him up front, and he turned him from a 0 to a hero. That's what Moyes did.
What, is he a free agent now then, is he? Or is he a free agent at the end of the season?
I don't know. Has he not got a club? I thought that was the thing. He's not.
I thought, is he not still in China, Matt, or is he available?
I think he is, but the China bubble's going bust, isn't it?
Oh.
Right. Okay.
They've done a thing now where whenever their current contract expires, the most that they can then re-sign for is about 70 grand a week.
That's right. Yeah, their wages go down massively. Yeah.
Which is why he's trying to get back to Europe. Because he knows he'll get more
of course. Because he knows he'll get more than that.
To be fair, the only reason players are going out to China and like Japan is because
of the money. Yeah.
So if the money's not there, they're not stupid. They're not going to go
or for the food.
No one's dream is to go and win the Chinese Super League, no matter what.
I don't look like this by not eating Chinese. I'll tell you.
I think it's the money, mate. Go on, mate.
I was just saying, no one goes out there for the Chinese Super League trophy. They don't. They go out there because they pay everyone.
Even though Arnie said, "I'm going out there to win trophies." No, I'm going out there to earn a lot of money and order a number 24.
Yeah,
whatever.
We can say 24, that now. He's put his dog away.
I want to pick up on this comment from Uber Eats. Can't see us winning another game now. Can see us losing all our games with all the injuries. Come on, mate. Have a bit more faith.
We lost Antonio and it against Wolves after 30 minutes?
Yeah.
It didn't really dent us that much, did it?
Played the Villa game without him completely and won.
Yeah,
the irony is, I've been saying I think Antonio should have a rest, and he's got his rest now, hasn't he? And I put a lot of faith in Bowen. I think Bowen. You guys know, I'm sure, Matt, you follow an awful lot of teams, etc. You know what he did at Hull? He played up front for Hull, didn't he? He did really well.
He played anywhere across the front three. There was times he played up front. He took free kicks, which you haven't seen him do at all since he's come over here. He was a pretty decent free kick taker for Hull in the Championship. He scored quite a few free kicks. You haven't seen him take them. But yeah, he has played up front. But like we said in that Villa game, I think it was it Bowen, Lingard and Fornal started, and then Ben Rama started, one came on. And the whole time they just rotated round. You had the two guys out wide doing all the work, and the one player down the middle. And he was the one that was putting in the shift, and they took it in terms of getting a bit of rest. So even if he might not be up front the whole time, you might see Lingard drop in for a bit, because see Fornal's drop in there. There's so much fluidity in his team that Moyes can literally pick a formation. You can play 3 in the midfield, 2 up front, 2 midfield, 3 up front, drop back to back 4 or back 5. Bowen probably is going to be the focal point. He probably will be, but if he does need a rest or he needs to drop back and let someone else do the running and the chasing, you could push Lingard or Fornals up with him to do the chasing, a bit like they did with Antonio. So he hasn't got to do all the running. But he scored goals. He scored a lot of goals. He was Hull's top scorer last season, and he spent 6 months playing for us.
And Hull have fallen away since he's gone.
Even though they're top of the table still. But anyway,
They did fall away because they got
They
relegated.
did fall.
In the first division, because they went down.
they
Didn't
were eighth.
They went
when,
down.
They sold their best two players at the end of January. They were eighth, and
Let
they
me
only
read-
took 4 points.
Yeah, and then they got relegated.
They
Yeah,
got
yeah,
relegated.
yeah.
Let me rephrase. All right. So now, all right.
They're on the back.
But they are top of the table. So,
Yes.
What do you think of this comment, Kevin? Why are we playing Noble? We're down to 10 men. Is that
No,
really
I don't
unfair or
think
not,
so.
Noble?
That is totally unfair. That is totally unfair.
You can only base players on form. I know, like Clark, form is temporary, class permanent, but when a player's not in form, then you can say we're playing with a man less. I slated Noble last week, saying why we're playing him, and he was probably one of the better players on the pitch.
Yeah.
And the way we're out of all the competitions at the moment, 1 game a week is probably manageable for Noble. 2 games.
he hasn't played a lot this season, has he? He hasn't played a lot, and I think that's the thing. He ain't got that match sharpness where he's seeing everything, but he's still he don't rely on pace. He's never had pace. He's a good passer of the ball, and as long as you can still pass the ball, you can sit in the middle. And you can distribute the ball and be the link between the Dawson and Diop or Creswell. Take the ball, give it to Lingard, see what you can do.
Yeah. Look, some of the best players that have ever, graced the game have never been able to, run more than 2 or 3 yards. So, if he can just sit in the middle of the park and distribute, yeah, great. And he can do that. He does that. He does have that ability to do that.
Yeah.
And he's he can always. I've always said this about Nose. He doesn't have to do a lot of running. Doesn't have to do any tackling because he mistimes a lot of his tackles, and he does get into silly situations sometimes historically. But he'll always be the one who's looking for that forward pass, to thread somebody through. And he could be the difference between getting Bowen in on goal or not. And obviously Lingard's got a big part to play on that today. But I think really it'd be interesting to see how Noble and Souček pair up today and see how they get on.
Yeah. Agreed.
All right, I'm going to go now.
About to start. Yeah. Thank you, mate.
So,
Come on
Right,
later.
cheers, mate.
I might pop in at half time. Yeah.
All right, mate. Nice one.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate. See you later.
So we got one decent person that's just gone off, and now we've got to put up with.
Welcome back to
Man up
West
now,
Ham.
that's it.
Oh, wait a minute.
That's Matt. That's Matt.
That's Matt.
He's muted himself
that
as
is
well.
Matt.
Look.
Yeah.
He's muted himself.
Because he told us about it the other week where he was. Yeah.
Oh,
How far we doing, mate? You okay?
Anton, how are you, mate? All right.
Good, mate. Thank you.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, there.
Just-
Got a moment
just
of
got-
silence.
Just
Right
got a
now.
comment. There's an awful lot of comments coming on the chat. And our apologies if we haven't really been picking up on all of them, but do keep them coming in because it's great. It's great that we've got so much opinion coming in. Thank you for that.
No. The reason why we haven't been answering any of your chats because we're ignoring you. That's right.
Stop it.
We're totally ignoring everybody in the chat.
Loving the dog there, Al. And Reese, I saw the comment earlier that you're not feeling well. I hope you get better. They love the dog there, Ralph. Where's the dog gone?
Oh, he popped in to say hello, then he's buggered off again. He's got to watch the game.
Aiden's a good point. Kiss goodbye to the dressing room if Arnie comes back.
Yeah,
I genuinely don't want Arnie back, to be honest. Right, there's a lot of crackling going on, lads. The game's kicked off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be a mistake if Arnie came back. But I've already said that weeks ago. I think it's a silly thing. So there we go. Right, has game kicked off? Has it all?
We have kicked off.
We have even people from Argentina watching. Marcos Del Villa. Thank you for joining us. Vamos West Ham. Thank you for joining us.
Vamos indeed.
We really are international, aren't we?
Well, well, I suppose I'm the Italian, you're the Greek, Anton's the Scot, and we got the Englishman there.
And we got the Englishman. We got the token Englishman.
Token Englishman.
So that's our international flavour. There we go.
Even though Anton keeps saying he's English, but there you go.
Phil,
Jamie
West
Ellis,
Ham
good luck,
right on the
man.
corner
Hope
flag.
Thank you, Jamie, and thank you for watching us.
West Ham have gained a free kick in quite a dangerous position, just off the kind of corner flag.
Oh, here we go.
Free kick to West Ham. Yeah,
Come on,
just
big
on
lads.
the edge.
Get the big lads up there.
Let's go, West Ham.
Are we all on 1 minute 30, 14, 15, 16?
Yeah.
No, I'm about 20 seconds behind.
Alf,
Let me
do you
check.
want a link? Matt, can you send Alf a link?
No, I've got it. It just wasn't working before. Now it is for some reason. I don't know why.
Just refresh it and you'll catch up.
Sufal steps over. Jared Bowen with the cross. Back post.
Kick in.
Cleared out.
Cleared at the back post. Rebound?
Again.
No.
Mark Noble.
Alex Noble, who's just done his usual, headed it 50 foot in the air. We're going nowhere.
Oh,
Cleared
Cam
to
the
the
beans,
wing.
Matt.
It's
Leave
going
him
for a
alone.
West Ham throwing.
Leave him alone.
No, it didn't. He actually stayed on the pitch. He absolutely skied it.
Someone
No,
down
that's going out
injured.
for throwing.
Some's down injured.
Lingard's
Lingard. Oh, it's
down.
fine.
Lingard.
He's got a little knock to his head. He'll be up. He'll get up.
Oh, here we go. Right, I can do that. Hold on. Wait a minute. I can get rid of that. There we go. Okay, I'm back.
Is it just me, or can no one else hear Anton?
I can hear it.
I can hear him, yeah.
It's just me.
Yeah, I was wondering why Matt
I don't know
wasn't
what's going on
talking.
with this, because a minute ago I couldn't hear anyone, so I came out and in again.
He's just ignoring you.
don't-
It's all right, everybody. I'll monitor the chat. Don't worry. Everybody in the chat, I'm watching.
Yeah, but Matt, Alf, if you see the goal, don't tell it if it's a goal or any of the.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I've got to ignore the chat now. So everybody in the chat, I'm ignoring you. Right.
Mike Dean! Mike Dean! Ah!
Yeah. Didn't you know that?
I did know that. I just seen his face. That's why I did.
Right. So what are we on? Are we on the free kick? No. What is it? Drop ball.
Masuaku, 250, 251, 252,
Yeah,
253.
That's what I'm on. Yeah. There we go. Your favourite player there was just showed a little bit of skill there, bit of tenacity to keep the ball.
So we've got a flat back four then. We're going with the four at the back with the option, if we need to in the future, to bring Masuaku back if we need to. Can you hear me now, Matt?
I can hear you. I can hear you, Anton.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Have you had a haircut, Anton?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Good. Not that I noticed.
There you go.
I just
Leo
thought,
says, loving the trim.
Yeah, lovely the trim.
Rather he kept his hat on, Leo.
Yeah, okay.
Save from Fabianski. Was that any actual? I kind of missed that.
There you go, Al.
Here.
Little bit of love for you there. Alfred's the best on this channel.
There you go. You see, that's what it is.
Clearly,
You know,
GP's
like
a new watcher.
Oh, outrageous. GP, you keep it up, my son. Don't you worry. Yeah.
Mark Noble in the middle of the park. Plays into the
See,
feet of
look,
Diop. Just
Very
over the halfway line.
Perlo-esque. Very Perlo-esque there by Nobes. Yeah, nice little give and go.
Suchek. That's
When
gone
he
out for a
gave
throw.
it didn't go. Throw in West Ham. Moyes just giving his pearls of wisdom. Oh, Diop back to Dawson, is it? All the way up to Krez. Left hand
Masuaku.
side.
Yeah, Noble. Nice play football. Nice football.
Oh,
between Noble.
hey, hello.
Nice play football. Nice football. I can hear me now in the
Yeah,
background.
somebody's got a speaker on.
I think Matt's
having a bit of bother.
We do apologise. Matt,
Farrig.
Matt is just having some technical issues. There we go. You got a question
They're
here?
suggesting that Lingard is playing as a false nine. I'm surprised by that.
If you remember the Villa game, Lingard and Bowen consistently swapped throughout all the time.
Did. Yeah.
Oh, go on!
Here we
Bowen
go.
on the right hand side. Bowen's collected the ball.
There we go.
Still got a hold of it.
No.
Well played, Bowen.
Fornals out wide to Sufal. Plays into Bowen. Bowen's still got the ball. He's been brought down, and they've given a throw in to Leicester.
Oh, free kick. Oh, was it? That was
A throw
definitely
in.
a free kick, was it?
Can you hear me, Matt, now?
Yes. Technical issues have gone.
Okay, that's good.
There's a big centre half from Leicester for Fana taking the throw in. How was the Leicester fan?
Really good.
Oh, he was great, man.
Really good. Yeah, nice bloke. Knowledgeable, knew about West Ham, knew, obviously about his own team. Really, decent. Really decent.
And it's thrown at the far side to Leicester. Masuaku just let himself down and his teammates down and the rest of the world down just by letting that go out of play.
Leicester playing the ball from the back. West Ham putting. We've got bodies forward. Plenty of bodies forward there. Go on, Nobs. And Didi in the middle of the park. Fed it on.
There we go.
Leicester still on the ball.
They're just waiting. They're just waiting for that pass forward for Vardy to run onto. I can see it.
Looking for the gap, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely. He's just hanging
Evans
on that,
goes for
that
the ping.
shoulder.
Long
Here
ball.
we go.
Oh, it's gone through. Iniacho. It goes
Here
over
we
the bar.
go. Oh, you see?
I think what Iniacho's done there is he's kind of shouldered off. Is it Creswell? The ball's been pinged in over the top, and he's kind of backed into Creswell. Creswell's committed to the header, missed it. Iniacho's taken a little touch, and he's tried to hit it on a half volley, and it's gone way up.
Yeah, wild. That was wild. Yeah. But that's okay.
But you can see
Fabianski to cover that. Yeah, you can definitely see what the...
you can see Johnny Evans is like he's looked up there and he's thought, I'm not going to play the ball through the middle. I'm just going over the top there.
Yeah. They're definitely looking to get those two away at the front, no doubt.
Mark Noble playing it out from the back, finds Souček, crosses over to Diop, wide right.
They're pressing high, Leicester.
Yeah, really are.
They are pressing very high. They're driving
Diop
us
has
right
to ping
back,
the ball forward back.
They're forcing us to play a quick ball, aren't they?
Yep.
There we go.
They've got the ball. They've turned the ball over again, and they've got it now. So Leicester are playing the ball with Johnny Evans at the back. Back to Schmeichel.
Well, we never got Antonio up front. It probably makes sense to try and press us to play long ball because they're going to try and back the.
And that's probably one thing now. That's definitely one thing we're lacking now without Antonio. Anybody to hold up the ball.
Go on, Bowen. Go on, Bowen. Go on, Bowen. Stick with him. Leicester on the halfway line. That'll do. Pushing Leicester back. And
that's why we need an Arnautovic back to, hold up the ball. Or Andy Carroll.
Oh, well, yeah, why not? Why not bring both back?
That'll do, though. I mean, they've played the ball through straight to the West Ham defender, so West Ham have intercepted it and got it and play forward
now. Get Diafro Saka back and complete the hat-trick.
Now, to all the new West Ham fans out there, we used to have a donkey that used to play for us.
Well, that's noble.
Oh dear. That's just mean. There we go.
Which one, Alf?
Leicester on the attack.
49
I was going to say, we've had a whole history of donkeys, but there we go. Do you know, I've got to say, actually, our failure rate over the last few years of strikers has been pretty poor, isn't it? I mean, we've had a terrible run of just players that just
there is a table out there, Alf. There is a table out there of the striker signings that have been signed under the Golden Sullivan tenor.
I didn't look good.
Who's getting a foul? Who's getting a yellow card for that?
He's booking Souček.
Oh, here we go. He'll send them off. Didn't he send him off last time?
He sent him off last time and it was rescinded. Let's have a look at this. Yeah. Souček got the ball.
No.
His foot was up.
He got the ball.
Yeah. Got the ball. But it's the follow through.
It is the follow through, but not much you can do about that. If you
even
get
the commentators are saying, they're saying that's harsh.
Yeah. Again on Souček.
Leicester free kick.
Mike Dean show already.
Yeah, it is definitely. Look at me.
Oh, he's called it back. Something's happening in the box. It's going to be retaken.
Oh no. Oh, a bit of shirt tugging there.
They're constantly the Leicester players are pointing at Souček all the time, aren't they?
Yeah, he's got his eye on Souček.
It's like they know they're gonna target him now.
Yeah,
they're gonna target him.
Yeah,
Vardy definitely.
That's dirty. That's not sports.
It is. That's a little bit naughty.
That'll do. Leicester straight to Fabianski.
It is a really dirty way, and with an early booking with Mike Dean, you could see him
step up and score a hat trick.
Well, mate, it worries me now.
Mark Noble on the ball.
Got to be on his guard.
Fornals on the halfway line, looks for space, puts the ball over the top, but the player defends well. Johnny Evans.
I think that was a lazy ball. That
it was.
It's giving possession away again.
You need to be a little bit better.
It's a ball that you'd probably play for Antonio.
Yeah,
because he might make something out of it. But
we're putting the pressure on them, though. I mean, we're playing a highlight. Look at that. I mean, I know they've got the ability to play the ball out.
We don't seem to have urgency with Bowen there.
It's
whereas when we've got the ball in the back, there's quite an urgency about their pressing.
It seems like the players are caught in two minds of do we go and press and give up the space, or do we sit back and try and contain and then win the ball back?
Yeah.
Sat back and contained a bit now. Johnny Evans going over the top again. They're targeting Creswell.
Here we go.
Card over Leicester City. Get rid of it. Well done, Diop.
Oh,
Good defence.
Good tackle.
Go on for Niles. He's won that ball back really well. Finds
well
it. Bowen. Oh, they're
See, they're always
on Bowen.
Bowen is getting knocked quite a bit, isn't he?
But have you not noticed though? Every time they come forward, Johnny Evans is looking up, and every ball he's playing is targeting Creswell. Every single ball. Any actual seems to be any actuals on him.
So they reckon that's an outlet, don't they?
Yeah,
certainly look that way.
And like you said, still they're kind of all over Bowen every time he's on that ball.
Yeah.
Well, I know he's the centre forward. That's the outlet ball. They're trying to stop it.
Diop through to Lingard. That's good. Go on, Lingard. Go on.
Cut inside. No.
Oh, he's
That's a foul.
He's just pushed him off the ball.
He pushed him off the ball. How's that not being given?
That's not even a shoulder barge.
There we
That's
go.
not a shoulder barge. That's a foul.
That is definitely a foul. Come on.
I mean, to be fair, Mike. I'll be fair for Mike Dean. He's not close to that. The linesman should be.
No, he should be
The
the linesman.
linesman should have given it.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. The linesman should be given that. He's
Pushed him off the bloody ball.
That's different
put
if
a
it's a
leg across
shoulder
him,
barge.
hasn't played
There's
the
not
ball.
even a shoulder barge there. Nothing.
He just.
Nah.
Well.
There we are. Well, we know who's paying their wages today. All right.
Leicester on the ball on the halfway line, trying to go forward. It's going out for a Leicester throw in. Ugh.
That's it. Moyes. That's it. You tell them what's what. That's it. Go on. Yeah. Hatch your plan, Moisey. Hatch your plan. Tactical masterclass coming inbound.
Leicester keeping a hold of the ball in their own half. Johnny Evans on the ball again. Looks for the long ball. Doesn't play it. I didn't realize. Is Fofana playing left back?
No, well, they're playing back three.
All right.
Oh.
Vardy.
Oh.
Let's play the ball through. Creswell. Get rid of it, Sufal. Oh, get rid of it. Get rid of it, Creswell. Well done.
Panic defending.
That was a bit silly there.
Panic defending.
That was in 6s and 7s, mate. Jesus.
Oh, no, he's through again. What, Fabianski? Well held,
Played by
Fabianski.
Panic
Yeah,
defending.
Was it Neil that we had on earlier, the Leicester fan? He said basically all their wingers are injured. He's like, so they've been playing a back four, but the last couple of games they've been forced back into a back three to play wing backs because they haven't got any wingers. They're all injured. So I think Fofana's playing left of the back three.
We are playing really, really poor balls at the moment.
Yeah, that was Diop there.
You know, we're kind of like.
I would say their midfield five is beating our midfield five right now.
So far, yeah. They've got the ball just about 30 yards out in West Ham's half. It's gone back to Fofana. Back to the halfway line.
You know, this is exactly how we played the second half.
I'll do. Forced them for an error. It's a West Ham throw-in.
I think Fofana's playing left of a back three. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Fofana left, Johnny Evans in the middle, and then it's a Marty playing on the right-hand side of the back three.
Yeah.
We're lacking a bit of composure,
Fofana is a ball-playing defender, though. Like, he loves... He thinks he's a little bit of a trickster. So he's capable of errors, definitely. And another sign of that is, look at his shin guards. His socks. He loves to get... Yeah, he's got low socks. And he can always... He always thinks... Look how far forward he always gets. And he always creates space. Look at Sufal now on the right.
That's it, Masuaku.
Fofana's not tracking back.
Corner ball.
Look at that. That's our outlet. Our outlet's through Fofana. He keeps going forward. He keeps getting caught out, and
there'll be a gap there.
There's a gap there, and Sufal's got the option there. That's where we need to find it.
Dawson header coming in. It's going to be.
We need to get settled. You know, they seem to be more settled at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. We're just lacking that bit of composure. So Lingard has been quiet, hasn't he? I haven't really seen much of Lingard so far.
He's just taking his time out. He's getting ready. Come on, big man.
His hand on his hips right now. Come on, get ready.
The goal, corner from West Ham.
Chris taking my arm
An
up.
out swinger right onto
Oh,
Dawson's head. Go on, Souček!
Come on.
Yes, Michael.
Oh.
You noticed there when Souček jumped, he didn't even jump with his arms.
Yeah.
He couldn't afford to.
He's got to be careful, isn't he?
Yeah, he's running scared a little bit, isn't he?
Got to be careful.
So, are we keeping you up, Anton?
I mean, it is late, Alf, you know.
Sunday afternoon. That's it. Heavy lunch.
These balls that we're playing are really poor balls. We're
They are.
putting ourselves in danger, and they easily cut out.
Get rid of it. That's it, Dawson. Oh.
See, look. See, it's like our passing is not very crisp at all.
No.
We just
Yeah,
got
we
to
just-
gain
calm it down a
possession.
little bit.
Yeah, calm it down.
We
Gain
just
possession.
seem to be,
Rushing it.
Oh, he's found his way into the box. Left foot, crosses
Here we
the ball
go.
in. Well
Oh,
cleared
no.
from Creswell.
Good head. We're rushing it. Right.
Yeah, we are rushing it. Yeah, and I'm not sure if I can say that it's Leicester forcing
Corner.
us to rush it or not.
Because they're pressing high.
They are pressing
And
high.
the only
Yeah.
way, there's two ways to beat the high press. You either have the ability to pass through it, or you go over it. And
We
we've
can't
just
go
got-
over it
Our
because there's no
We've
passing
been trying to
game,
go over it, but we haven't got anyone to go over it.
our passing game going forward though isn't up to scratch right now.
Not
is
at the
it?
moment. No, not at the moment. Corner ball to Leicester. That 18-yard box is packed out. It's gone right over. Creswell's got it. So what's he going to do? He's just going to pump it up.
Go on. Here we
I'm
go.
looking for. Oh wait, Antonio's not playing.
Fornals was further forward there.
I didn't get the throw.
Bowen got it.
Here we
Loose
go.
ball.
Here we go.
Go on, Bowen.
Come on. Yeah, who's your window?
Oh, that was a
That was a terrible pass by Bowen.
Oh, totally the wrong ball to play.
We've won it back. Masuaku on the ball.
Come on, we're starting to wake up now. Come on.
Hopefully.
Here we go.
We just need to get a bit of passing going. We haven't really.
We need to get a bit of
touched the
passing
ball
going,
yet, have
yeah.
we?
That's it. There we go. Coming back to is that Nobes, is it there? Or
Even
Dawson?
that was a poor ball. Whereas
Oh,
Sufa had to
Sufa.
run back for it
Yeah.
and keep it in.
Done well there,
There we
Sufa.
go.
He did well.
Out to
He did well.
Lingard.
Nice.
Masuaku
Masuaku.
crosses it in.
There we go.
Unlucky.
Put it-
Unlucky.
Oh,
Bowen's
That's
just
a bit painful.
crushed into the. Oh dear! Of all the players that we want to cross into, is our
Knee first
post
into the
number
post.
9.
That's all we need. Oh,
Go on, Bowen.
that's all we need.
That's it. Walk it off, son.
It's all right,
There we
Nico. Time to shine, mate.
Look at it. Look at
There's a decent ball. That just a little bit
decent
too
ball, to
far
be fair.
forward. He
Yeah.
just ran straws.
He easily got away
He
from
picked
the
him out,
man.
that's all.
I'm telling you, mate. That
Oh,
our route
right
to this
on the
game,
knee. Right on the
Oi,
knee.
oi, 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 oi.
our
That
route
was
to
a
this game is
nasty one.
via that right-hand side, that left-hand side for Leicester.
Yeah.
100%.
Definitely.
Bowen's okay. Carries on.
Good. Back up and running again. Nice. Okay, we seem to be getting the ball a little bit more now. Good. Masuaku, don't give the ball away. There we go. Plays a sensible ball. Back it goes, Fabianski.
Don't worry about the hoodies, Reese. They're on their way. That's the giveaway again. We are our passing is
Oh, it's a nothing ball, isn't it?
not great.
Somebody's got a private.
I don't see a need for this. I don't understand it. We just need to be a bit more composed.
Yeah. Yes, they are still. That's good. I've just seen your private message. Is that to me?
What did I write?
It could have been an old one.
20 years ago.
I'm not very good at keeping up with things here. Right, here we go. Who's on the attack now?
Masuaku on the ball.
Go on, Arthur.
Here we
Go
go.
on,
Good
Arthur.
jiggery pokery
Come
there.
back
Coming
in.
back in. Lingard. Oh,
That's Fornals.
That's Fornals. Yeah, my eyesight is going. I need to put my glasses on the time.
Creswell. Lingard.
Oh, nice
unlucky.
ball in. Unlucky.
Ooh,
Good
trying
idea.
to kick out Souček.
Got to win that
Unlucky.
back. Well won
Well done,
back.
Dawson.
Well won back.
Well done,
Get up,
Dawson.
Dawson.
Win it
get
again.
up.
Win it again. Win it
That'll
again.
do.
So
Second
change in the
check.
middle.
Oh,
Have it
nice.
down.
There we go.
Souček in the middle of the park, just calming everything down a little bit. Masuaku
That's
out to
better, West
Creswell.
Ham. That's
There
better.
you go.
Yeah,
That's
we,
it.
the
Both
last
should
time
Jack.
we've stepped
It's a
it
lot
up. We're actually putting better passes together.
Diop.
Oh, that again. That's terrible.
Get
Mark
up,
Noble's
Vardy.
done it.
He put Noble in trouble
He
there.
did. Mark Noble done well, though,
Mark
to be
Noble
fair.
done really well there. Yeah.
Fornals, dummies
That's a
by
poor ball
Creswell,
from
out
Diop.
wide to Masuaku. Back to the halfway line to Mark Noble. Plays a nice
But
ball
look,
through to Jared Bowen.
I like this position Nobes is set up there. He's just hanging back a little bit.
He's just sitting, isn't he?
That's what he needs to do.
Yeah,
Good spell of possession with West Ham. Noble's going forward again.
Go on, Noble.
Nice play again.
Yeah. Don't go too far forward, Nobes.
Oh, again, though, the layoff pass is
Protect your
awful.
legs.
Go on, Fornals.
Well
Oh,
done.
come on, ref.
Go on,
Hold
Noble.
him down,
Go on,
ref.
Noble. Oh,
Oh, linesman, are you awake or what? It's right in front of the linesman.
Oh, yeah, that's a bit.
Good.
A lot of tugging and everything going on.
A good
there.
spell of
The linesman's
possession
not
there.
calling it.
it's that linesman. There's a couple of ones he hasn't given against. Except the one against Lingard earlier, which was right in front of him and he didn't give it. But maybe he thinks it was 6-1, half dozen the other. I did see a replay.
Yeah, look, it's good. We've come back, woken up. We're actually starting to play a little bit better now. Putting Leicester under
playing a bit of football.
pressure. Yeah, I think we're starting to play, well, definitely better in midfield. Let's see
I'm a
what
bit
it
upset
takes.
though. We haven't scored 2 goals yet.
22 minutes played, 23 minutes played, 0-0. Leicester have got the ball with Schmeichel. That's better
on.
pressing.
Leicester on the ball, just coming to the halfway line. West Ham
see,
have
look,
got
they've passed
them
around
in
it.
round them. They have, yeah. They've done well. They're on the attack, 30 yards out on the right-hand side. Feeds through to Vardy. Shoots from distance. Fine. Trickles
That's
to
Brady.
Fabianski.
Okay.
That's
right.
Brady.
That's
Vardy.
okay. That's okay.
Yeah. So Leicester last time out they got beat 3-0, didn't they? Is that right? Yeah.
Did
And their next game is the
Against West Ham. Against West Ham, he's talking about, Matt.
Oh,
No. Sorry, no. Against was it Liverpool? The
Man
last time
City.
Man City. Yeah.
2-0.
Yeah.
2-0.
Go on, Bowen. Bowen's through on the edge of the box.
Cut it back.
Oh, it's a corner.
Oh.
Took too long.
Is he giving a goal
Too long,
kick?
Bowen.
He's given a free kick offside.
Oh, offside.
Oh, offside. Oh, okay. I was about to say offside, fair enough. But I was like,
Yeah, he was offside.
He's off.
yeah, it was. I was like, when I thought he gave a goal kick, I was like, how's he giving a goal kick there?
I still think that whole rule is stupid.
It's rubbish, isn't it,
Yeah,
Alf?
look, he's offside. He's not just flagging.
Call
he's
it.
offside.
Call it. Why
It's
wait
rid-
10 minutes before
I
you
know.
call it back?
Ridiculous. Stupid rule.
It's because of goals, isn't it?
Yeah, but you know it's offside, so you know then the game's not going to continue. So what's the point?
It's
What's the
silly.
point of it?
I mean, that one was more obvious, but obviously they've been told if it's tight, just leave the flag down and let the play finish. Because if they score,
Yeah, but
then you put the flag
but
on.
that one
Offside,
was
it's
clear.
offside.
That one was
Yeah.
clear. West Ham win the ball back to Fabianski, out wide. See, again, it's like the passing is
What was
putting the
that,
ball under
Fab?
pressure.
Yeah, it's all getting rushed again.
Very, very sloppy.
We're putting
West Ham
ourselves
throwing.
under pressure.
Yeah,
Our passing is
Yeah.
not crisp.
Completely.
Like I said, you
this is,
noticed that Leicester, when they
Roger
just passed
and back
themselves out
here.
of our press, and it was all brilliant, crisp passing. Whereas us, we can't even make a freaking 5-yard pass right now.
There we go. See, I worry about Diop a little bit. I still think he's bring on
Bad ball.
Balbuena. That's what
There
I
you go.
say.
Wow.
Look, pressing higher, they've won it back again.
See?
That was a
Press
hit and hope
Sufal
from
right
Sufal, though.
Up the line to
Dude, just
Suchek.
calm it down now.
Oh,
Calm it
Right,
down.
look, just take a second. And just think about what you're doing. Now, boys, come on. Leo
Tight
Barzi.
game. It's a tighter game than I thought. Much
in the
tighter than I thought.
comments, Leo Barzi, are the players wearing armbands to show respect for His Royal Highness Prince Philip? I would imagine so. Yes.
Lingard, Fornals. Just
Someone
on
give
the
him an
left-hand
option.
Give
side.
him an option, West Ham. Everyone's just standing around.
Lingard's came to sat deep to get the ball. Go on, Lingard. Plays the ball
Good
out
turn.
wide to Fornals.
Oh, nice ball.
Oh, I'm
Cross
sure he's
in,
off.
flicked over, Suchek.
Oi,
And it's
come on,
cleared
one
by
more.
Leicester.
push in the back.
I thought that was going to come all the way
What
over
happened
there.
there? Now,
I'm sure
what's
it's
he
off.
called
Yeah.
now? What is he called?
I'm sure
Why are you
Fornals
waiting
was
half an
offside.
hour, linesman? What's sort
Is
of,
that
what's
an offside
I-
he's calling?
I just
Yeah,
don't.
against
it's
Fornals, I'm
totally-
sure.
Just bloody put the back up. It's
So
boring.
why are you
Yeah.
waiting
Why
so
did
bloody
you
long,
call it
mate?
now? Why are you letting play go on now? This is ridiculous.
What, fuck me, what a wanker. I
Right,
mean, what a
no,
waste
just-
of
just
time.
quickly,
Absolutely
why?
stupid.
Why did he let it go? If it leads to a goal, it's fucking offside. So why? What was the point? I don't understand the point.
Exactly.
What is
What
the
is
point?
the point of it?
So hold
That
on.
wasn't
but
the thing
the
is
same
that wasn't
logic-
close.
But the same logic, if he's let the game continue, just in case Leicester regain possession, so let the game flow. Well, they did. They did regain possession.
Exactly.
They were
So
clearing the
carry
ball,
on playing.
just carry on playing. So what's the
Exactly.
problem? It's silly.
Really, really weird.
That'll do. Come on, West Ham. Another unforced error. I mean, listen, I understand that our passing's not great, but Leicester are making quite a lot of errors here.
They're starting to.
Yeah,
They're
but
starting
they
to.
have
start
done
better
it.
than us.
They've done it. They have. Come on, West Ham. On the halfway line, throw in.
We don't seem to like. There's not a lot of movement from West Ham at the moment. Look, we can't even
No.
take a bloody throw on.
To be honest, it might be a mixture of the fact that we're getting used to not playing with Antonio again, and the players are going to need a little bit of time to settle into that. Sufal on the ball. Plays into the middle to Lingard.
Go
Who's
on,
dropped
that
quite deep. He's found Creswell and then
Wicked,
Masuaku
go
on
on.
the left. Oh, that's a
Beat
nice
him,
touch
Martha,
from
beat him.
Masu.
Oh, beautiful.
Go on!
It's gonna be on.
Goes over.
back.
Sufal
Go back.
gets it
On the edge of
in.
the box!
There he is. What a beautiful goal! What a beautiful goal! Look at that! Oh no!
Nothing!
Oh no!
What a goal.
Masuaku down the left wing.
What a
Crosses
goal.
the ball in. Fornals misses it. Sufal on the edge of the box. Out wide.
Comes out.
Hits it. What a goal!
Oh, what a
Sufal
beautiful
volley.
hits it.
On the volley.
Sufal.
Look at the
Sufal.
bend.
He's on the right hand side on the edge of the
Back.
box. He
can't
cuts it
stop
back
the
to
ball.
Lingard.
Oh, what a goal!
Look at the bend on that.
Jesse Lingard, he cannot stop
Oh
scoring.
my
What
god!
an amazing player!
Su-
Oh, that's
Su-
right. Give us a
Sufal.
Lingard. Give us
For
a
anyone,
Lingard.
for anyone
We
that
don't
can't
care.
see the game, Masuaku tears Leicester a whole new arsehole in the back line, puts a cross in. Fornals tried to get the ball. It goes out wide to Sufal on the right-hand side, and he then picks out Lingard at the edge of the 18-yard box, hits it first time, bottom right-hand corner, 1-0 West Ham.
Who's going in the book
Jesse
now?
Lingard.
Who's gone in the book now?
Oh,
Crazy.
Creswell. He got the ball again. Got the ball again. Got the ball again.
Go on, West Ham.
I mean, I thought that went out. I thought that was a
I did.
side net.
Yeah, I did. And I saw Jesse running away. I was like,
there we
oh,
go. Came in. Oh,
I was a bit confused why you were delayed in your celebration because I
Yeah,
was gone. I was like, yeah.
I thought we went out.
I thought he hit the, like he hit the stanchion at the back of the goal.
Yeah,
He hits the side
yeah.
net, and I was like, oh, he's put it wide.
yeah, but
And then when Jesse ran off, I was like, oh.
Did anybody see Rice celebrating?
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Decker's sitting up in the stand.
What was that? What was that? Oh, amazing! I love that.
Come on, West Ham. Keep it up. Yes. Yes.
Liam Walker. Well, it won't be Leicester 6, West Ham 0, mate. Sorry about that.
Jesse's found a way
Let's
to
have a
do it
look.
again.
You know what, Theo? It's not so much Mike Dean, it's the linesman down this side. He's
Yeah, the
fucking
line's
awful.
poor. Very, very
Really,
poor.
really poor.
Oh, go on, Marky boy. What a tackle from Noble.
Go on,
Fornals on the halfway line.
There you go. Go on.
Finds Sufal. Pings the
Right,
ball
round the corner.
forwards. Go on, Lingard.
Jesse.
Put pressure
Go
on
on.
him. Go on,
Go on,
Lingard.
Jesse.
Now we've woken up.
Schmeichel has
Now
had
we've
to
woken up.
slash that ball out for a throw-in.
Oh.
That's
There we go.
why you got Jesse Lingard. Non-stop. He doesn't stop.
Oh, nearly.
Go on. Well done,
There we
Nobes.
go.
Oh, unlucky. Oh, it's a
Yeah.
free
Oh,
kick anyway. Honestly, what fantastic. What great play from Masuaku down the left-hand side to even get the ball into that
Mate, he
position.
just
though.
crossed the ball for God's sake.
Mate, he's
And it
done
went
more than that.
over, and it went over. It went over to Sufal. That's
There
how
we go.
poor the cross was.
Right,
So don't keep going on.
To be fair, he did beat his man to get the ball in.
He beat his man brilliantly.
Here we go. Lost
Right,
on
Leicester
the
on the
attack.
ball.
Got it out.
Here we go. Crosses the ball. Oh, well, no.
Spread it wide.
All the way out. Here we go.
Shot.
Oh!
You can look at it, cross it.
You get
Well done,
the
Arthur.
interception in.
Corner,
That's
corner
it.
ball.
Goes
Well
for a
done,
corner.
Arthur. Good
There we
blocking.
go. And here we
Leicester-
have Stell's verdict on Masuaku so far. Over to you, Stel.
He poor crossover, went all the way across to the other side of the.
Right,
And
so
there
we've
you
got,
have it.
forget
And there you have it.
Leicester
Thank you,
pulled
Stel. Thank you for that appraisal of Masuaku's
Right,
performance
we got
so far.
Leicester
Right.
have
Go
got
on.
taken a short corner,
Go on.
whipped in, blocked by
Go on.
There we go.
Masuaku.
Come
We're
on.
on the break,
It's gotta be-
guys.
Oh,
Why are you
ref.
flagging it?
Oh,
We've got
come on,
possession.
ref.
That's gotta be a booking.
No.
Yeah,
He's
and
booking him.
yeah,
There we
he's not
go.
booking it. Oh, he is booking him.
He has. Well
Well
done,
done.
Mike Dean.
Do you know what?
Got
Mike?
red card. Red card.
Hey, do
Off
you know
you
what
go.
though? Do you know what? He's just card happy. Like
He is.
if,
We lo-
see if
yeah.
he hadn't have booked the other players, the West Ham players,
He
he
wouldn't
probably
have to book him.
he
No.
wouldn't have to book him.
I mean, it's not.
Oh,
It's not a good
come on.
challenge. It's not a good challenge,
Please.
but
No.
you kind of had to have a word with the player and say not again.
But he
you know?
set a standard.
He set,
You know,
he set
I
a
always
standard.
say,
You're right. He's right.
As long as
You're right.
I hate poor refs, but as long as the ref's consistent, you can't argue against it. And there, that wasn't a booking. But
Yeah, but
because
he's
he's given other
consistently rubbish,
bookings,
mate.
He's got a booking. But like I said, he's card happy. He's trigger happy, isn't he, Mike Dean?
Yeah, red
That's
card.
why he's given
Yeah,
him
look,
more
Mike
yellow
Dean
cards
should
than
get
red
his
cards than anyone else.
P45.
That's good.
He's
Another
done
error
The
by
play, the
Leicester.
more Mike Dean wants
Go on,
his revenge.
Masuaku.
Got
Isn't he done another
Masuaku.
year? There was talks he was going to retire at the end of the season, but apparently
He should
signed up for
retire
another
sooner
year.
rather than later.
Go on, no. What's his name for now?
Agalos, yes, I am. Well, London, but Greek parents.
West London.
It's Chelsea.
Sorry.
Better than being Scottish. Like
I don't
that
know. Is
person
Chelsea
there.
better than Scottish?
Better than being Scottish.
It's
Wait a minute,
like down the middle.
I can hear TikTok boy upstairs. Oh, where we not? There we go.
Was he making
I
another
thought-
TikTok?
No, I thought we'd scored again, but no. I think that was just him jumping off the bed.
Lads, I mean, I'm still a bit baffled. I can't believe that actually went in.
Yeah,
Like
That
you,
was-
Matt,
that
I
angle
thought
from
that was
behind the
side
goal, you
net.
see the bend on that ball.
It was
I
a
don't-
massive bend, wasn't it?
I'm confused because for me it was like quite obvious it went in because I was gone. I literally turned around staring at you and I was like, why is no one else celebrating
Yeah.
with me?
Well, we didn't do this, did we? Half an hour later.
Scored again. We just no. No, we haven't scored. Don't worry, everybody in the chat. Don't worry. we
RD,
haven't scored
come on,
again.
West Ham closing down. Leicester
Right.
on the attack on the left-hand side with Vardy on the
Just
ball.
right, keep him wide. Keep him wide. You like
Takes
Vardy?
the
That's
ball
it.
through the
Let
middle.
them play
Good.
it back.
Well done,
Oh.
no. Ah,
That's
Ah,
it. No,
no.
that's all right. Here we go.
Now, that's a free kick.
I mean, in fairness, Mike Dean, he got there as quick as he could.
I like that from Nobes. That's it. Oh, I'll just jump on him. I'll just jump on him and
Oh, he got there as
hopefully,
fast as he could, all right. I
Hey,
mean,
What a clumsy chat.
Mark Noble's been very good in this game so
He's
far.
been all right. He's been
yeah,
all right.
yeah. And his
was he
wrestling
34 next
really
month?
good.
Ball in, ball in.
Get rid of it,
Come
West
on,
Ham!
get rid of it,
Come on,
get rid of it.
boy.
Good clearance.
That's
Oh.
okay. That's okay. Back to the
Oh,
halfway line.
That'll do. Come on,
Now
West
West Ham are pressing. We've woken up, haven't we,
Come on,
lads?
press. Come on.
Ham. Love
There we go.
Fornals. Love Pablo
Same time,
Fornals.
this is the sort of point in the game where we need to like actually show a bit of composure.
Yes,
Pass around the ball.
Pablo! Go on, son!
I've got to say, Lingard really hasn't done a lot in this game, has he? I've been really
Apart from scoring a great goal.
Ghostmaster.
You know
there
what?
he is,
If
there's
that's
the
what he
king.
does for the rest of the season, I'm happy.
Do you know what? He can go back to Man United. I don't, you know.
Go on,
Play
Arthur.
from the king to Jesse.
Go on,
Go on,
Arthur.
Jesse. Ah,
Oh,
Oh,
Arthur,
we've
that
lost
was
the ball.
Oh, like,
Leicester on the attack.
attack. Here we go.
We're dropping, yeah,
Free
we've got
ball to
players back
Derby.
now. It's okay.
Oh, they've checked.
There
They've
we
gone
go.
back. It's fine. But they're coming forward again. Go on, Sufal. Go on, get it. Get stuck in there. Go on. Go on. Oh.
Leicester still on the attack down the left. West Ham putting bodies in. Go on, Pablo.
Good challenge,
Go on,
good
Fornals.
challenge.
Get stuck in,
Unlucky.
son.
Nice.
It's gone back to halfway
Got
line.
them to play all the way back to the halfway line.
Love Pablo Fornals. Love him. Oh,
Playing
get rid of
well,
it,
Leicester.
West Ham. Get rid of it.
Oh.
In actual
That'll do,
turds.
it's corner.
No.
Corner
Oh,
winner.
Good block, Dawson.
Corner ball.
Yeah, there was quite a lot of turns there inside the box. We allowed them to keep the ball in the 18-yard box there for a bit. Nice play from the actual.
I've got to say, not that I'm disappointed in Leicester, but I just would have expected them to be playing a little bit better than this. I've got to say, I thought we'd be under a lot more pressure in the box.
Get rid of
Which is a good thing for us as well.
it. That'll do.
That's all right. We got the ball.
Counter.
We're on the
Go
break.
on.
There we go.
Wisely, use it wisely.
One more. Go on.
Oh, so safe. Oh, mate. Oh, mate. Oh, mate. You should have just not Sufal. Have a bit of faith, mate. You should have just whacked it. Oh, God. What a giveaway.
Runners, we had 3 left.
He didn't know what to do. He didn't know what to do.
Did he? He got a frigging nosebleed.
Oh,
He was so high up the pitch, Sufal.
Well played, West Ham. Well defended. Another free kick to West Ham. Sufal, mate, all you had to do is just whack it. That's all you had to do. What a great run. What a great run. Onside as well.
Onside.
Onside as well. Mate, have the courage of your convictions.
He should have played it early there for Fornals.
He should have just hit it.
And
He should have
held it
just
too
hit it.
long.
Who was that? Was that Fornals running all
That
the
was
way up the pitch?
Fornals,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, right. Oh.
He had to either play early to Fornals, or once he got in the box, he had to just hit it.
Look, somebody's just said in the comments, Lawrence, just said, sounds like I'm listening to a horse race. Yes, it is. And you've only got 2 furlongs to go.
Well, he's the Grand National this weekend, so
It was, yeah. Was that yesterday, Grand National?
yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Who won? Red Rum.
Manila,
was it? Right, okay.
Manila, she was the first
Agreed,
female
John.
jockey.
Sufal should have just been selfish. Forget the look. Should have just been selfish and just gone for it.
Yeah. But let's face it.
Good afternoon, Jim. Hope you're well, mate.
It's unfamiliar territory for Sufal, though, isn't it?
It was, wasn't it? It was.
He shouldn't really be there. You know, it's like, oh my God, what do I
He
do?
didn't know what to do.
Tommy boy, God King.
Didn't know what to do.
We got nosebleed, didn't he?
Yeah.
That'll get rid. Chase it out. Chase it out.
Get rid of it. Get rid of it.
Yeah, come on,
Don't let him get the ball back there.
Don't be silly.
No rash challenge. No rash challenge.
Don't
Oh,
dive in, don't
Get rid of it.
West Ham play Sufal.
Solid.
Away we go. Away we go. Away we
There
go.
we go.
That's a great
Here we
ball.
go.
Darling
Ball,
ball.
good ball. Great ball. Go on, Jesse. Go on, Jess.
That's composed.
He's on the
That's
left-hand
composed.
side.
Switch it. Switch it. Switch it.
Martin Noble
Sufal
again.
calling for it.
Diop
One more.
out to Sufal on the right. Back to Diop. West Ham taking
Okay,
the
it's
time
a
now.
really
Calm it down a
boring
little bit.
game, isn't it? It's a really
Calm
boring
it down
game.
a little bit.
I tell you what, it's actually for only one goal. It's no
Martin Noble back to Fabianski.
dear. Oh,
Big
dear.
clearance from Fabi. Out for a
Oh,
nice corner.
Fab.
terrible clearance.
If there is one thing you're not good at, it is with your feet.
Oh dear.
The only thing that lets him down.
Is Father Baker in the house?
Phenomenal shot stopper, Fabianski, but he's.
Is that you, Jim? Hello, Jim.
Yes, there.
Hello. Right.
I think he's your number one fan, Alf, on your
Wow,
YouTube channel.
I do have fans, you know.
No, I know, but on your YouTube channel, he loves it. He's always coming up with ideas. Whatever idea you do, the next thing I know, I get a phone call and he's like, I want to do that.
Yeah, well, I'm rewiring things at the moment, so do not do as I do. I tend to blow things up. Right, okay.
Leicester on the ball. That's a
Go
good
on,
ball through that.
Was it offside?
No!
He's offside. He's offside.
Offside.
Oh,
thought he was
I thought he was going to give a penalty there.
giving a penalty there.
Jeez.
Let's have a look. Vardy's beat the two central defenders, but he's got off. He's offside. Yeah, he is offside.
He's offside.
Yeah, he's
It's a
offside.
No, yes.
I really thought he was going to give a penalty.
It was outside the box, though,
I mean, it's outside
even
the
if
box,
it was.
Was it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the contact's outside the box.
I wouldn't.
You know
I
what?
don't think that would have been a penalty. I don't think
get
that
it.
would have been. I don't think. Really? Because I don't think it.
Yeah.
Nah, doesn't matter.
Don't
Really.
know,
It's
don't
offside.
know,
Doesn't
don't know,
matter.
don't know.
Doesn't
Gary
matter.
J, thanks very much. Oi, oi! Oi, oi.
Offside outside the
indeed.
box.
Oh, someone.
41 minutes on West Ham United 1,
Gary,
Leicester City 0.
thank you very much for the donation. Nice
Thank
to
you,
see you
Gary.
again, Alf. Oi, oi.
Oi, oi.
There you go. There you go, Alf. Look.
You see, everybody loves an oi, oi. Let's hope by 90 minutes we'll still be saying that. Let's hope so.
Not let's hope. We
God.
will definitely be
Well,
oi-oing.
you know.
Alf's keeping the
Ball
faith.
given away.
I am.
Oh, and
They've given it
Nacho
away. They've given it
judged
away.
it.
Now Sufal on the ball.
There we go. That's a bit of a better ball, Diop. You actually
Ball-
found the player. Looking for
Oh.
Bowen.
For
Go on,
now.
Bowen.
Picked up.
Oh,
Again,
nice.
Evans is all over Bowen.
Look,
Yes.
Evans is all over Bowen.
They know
let-
he's the outlet.
Are we starting to believe, boys? Are we starting to believe?
Believe from the very first day of the season, Alf.
Oh, did you?
Ask me
Can
again
we-
in 15 minutes.
Can we look
Well,
back
no,
on those
if-
very first?
No, if you remember those
Oh, here
first
we
8
go.
games,
Oh, here we go.
if you,
If you
some
remember.
of us were saying, I reckon we'll pick up some points here.
Go on. Ah.
No way did I think we'd pick up as many as we did, but
No,
you know, everyone was
Bloody.
like suggesting we
No.
won't get our first win till about the ninth game.
I was worried those first 10
I was
minutes.
worried,
You know what? That's right. See, when you looked at our fixtures, you're right. Actually,
I thought
everyone
we'd be
was.
bottom with November.
But it was impossible.
I was
not
to get
very
long ball.
pessimistic.
Long ball out, he's on side.
Here we go, he's got Get in there! Oh, dear. Oh.
He's onside. He's onside. He's onside.
He's onside.
We have found our outlet. You know what it is?
Oh, beautiful.
What our outlet is.
Oh,
Don't play football. Ping the ball over the
2-0.
top. Ping the ball over the top.
Oh my God.
What are they
They're
checking
checking. They're
for?
checking it. He's
It's
checking.
offside.
It's onside. Lingard's offside, but that don't matter because it doesn't go to Lingard.
Goes to Bowen. It's Bowen, they'll
Oh.
check. But I'm sure he's on.
Come on!
Yeah, he's
don't
on. He's on.
Please,
He's on.
please.
onside.
You cannot
offside.
be.
No, it's on.
It's on.
You can see
It's
the two
on.
lines.
It is
Decision
onside.
Yep, decision onside. But they get in trouble if they didn't check it. 2-0, lads.
No.
Come on, West Ham. Come on.
Yeah!
Come on, you Lions!
Oh! Lads,
Come on,
lads,
you
lads,
Lions!
lads. I
Oh
swear
my
to God.
God.
Do you know what our outlet in this game is? Ping the ball long.
That's right. Just
It's
get
working.
it forward.
Leicester
Get it
are
forward.
struggling. It doesn't.
2-0.
Leicester, if we ping the ball long, if they get first to the header, they're not first to the ball on the rebound. If we ping the ball long and we beat their defender, we've got Bowen, Lingard, Fornals, men forward. They're struggling with the long ball.
Yeah.
Come on, West Ham!
Right, now we've
Oh.
got to keep a clean sheet till half time. 2 minutes added time. Fucking gee, lads.
Don't.
Lads.
Do you know what?
Lad.
Lingard, he's had a quiet game, I got to say.
He's been poor,
Yeah.
isn't he?
He's
Really
been poor,
really
really
poor.
poor today.
Who played
Really,
that?
really
Who
poor.
played that ball over to Bowen?
Diop.
What?
Both went down the pitch.
Go on, Bowen!
Away we go. Away we go. Away we go.
Go, Bowen.
Oh, knocked out, intercepted by Leicester there.
Oh, well done, Fabianski.
Diop's collected the ball, pinged the ball over the top of the defenders.
Forward ball. back into Nodes.
Switch it.
Nodes looking
Switch
for a
it.
cross-field ball. Out
That's
to,
it.
well,
One more,
Diop.
one more.
Diop's too foul.
Into
One
Bowen.
more.
Is it Bowen there into him?
Oh, it's like
Ref.
watching
Fucking
Brazil in
Bowie's
Seriously.
getting
1992.
knocked all over the place.
It's like watching
well
Brazil
done,
in
yeah,
Mike Dean. It's actually
1992.
fine.
Well
He
done,
just said.
Dean.
That's your
He
third
said
one.
you've done it too many times now.
Oh.
Well done.
Right, lads, I'm muting you all. For anyone that's watching and you don't know how the goal was scored, Diop's pinged the ball over the top of the Leicester defence. Bowen's got in behind the defence and he's squared the ball across to Lingard, who scored in the back of the net. 2-0 West Ham.
Oh, sorry, am I back on? Okay.
Yeah, we're back in now. Are you ready, Alf? Because we've only got a few seconds left.
No, I'm not ready. I have no idea what
Get
we're
yourself
doing.
ready, Alf.
We've got 20 seconds.
Here we go. What? No.
Yes. You've got your pencil ready, mate.
No, I haven't.
You got your
I'm
pencil
not
ready.
ready. I'm not ready. Stop. I totally forgot about that.
Pressure.
Dawson. Look at that clearance from Dawson.
Have it.
Come on, West Ham.
Actually, got right down in there. Make Schmeichel play it long, and that'll be half time. They played it short. Still, that should be about it.
That should be it. Come on, blow the whistle, ref. Come on.
Come on, Dean.
Blow the whistle. Go on, half time.
Wow.
That's wrong. Music, isn't it? Hey, it's the halftime report here.
Goals are fun.
Crikey. West Ham United 7, Leicester City 0, and what a glorious game it's been. No, 2-0 to Leicester, of course. And the man who hasn't really featured in the game at all, Jesse Lingard, let's send him back to Man United because we really don't want him to stay. He scored twice. Bowen's had a great game up front. In fact, most of the players in the last sort of 15, 20 minutes have shown their worth. They finally woke up. But look, am I alone in my thinking? Nigel, welcome to the halftime show. What do you think of that first half?
I've only come on to crow because I think I said about Lingard scoring from the edge of the penalty before the game, ghosting in like the old Martin Peters.
Yeah,
And,
you did say that.
Yeah. You know what? I know you like to think you got inside knowledge, but come on, that's just...
Well, I can just see the way it works. The thing is, it just goes to show you sometimes we can be our own worst enemy, West Ham fans, at times. Even before the game, if there was people going, "Oh, we're playing with 10 men with no ball in the middle."
Yeah.
And you know, this was in theory the biggest test Leicester's on the road. But I always look back to what we've done to them back at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
As we've obviously got a way of beating them and dealing with them.
Yeah.
That other teams haven't. Now, I'm not going to get carried away. For the past 2 games, we've been here before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've really struggled the second half.
You know,
Definitely, yeah.
yeah. So I'm hopeful of a point.
Oh, come on, Nigel.
And well, no, you have to bear in mind, against Arsenal we blew 3. We allowed Wolves to get back to make it 3-2.
Yeah. Should have been more. Yeah.
So there's less, and you don't know what that's done to our mentality because as every half time of the past few games they've walked in this position.
Yeah.
And Moyes has got to get through to it and be slapping them around the head and be going, "Now then, I don't want it again."
Yeah.
But
Jake, let's talk about Martin Noble. Lots of people were, criticising the selection before the game, but has he proved everybody wrong yet again?
I think he has. I think he's done really well. And been really effective sitting in front of the back 3, back 5, whatever you want to call it. I've done all right. I mean, we have lost the ball quite a lot in the midfield, but I feel we've defended really, really well. Diop and Dawson have been exceptional. I thought, and I think we're doing all right in terms of Leicester. I feel that they look dangerous, like with Iheanacho, but I feel when they get in front of goal, they don't seem to know what to do. The passes go astray, which is positive for us. But 2-0. I mean, I think we've took our chances. They didn't take ours. Take theirs. We go in 2-0.
A lot of people are saying they don't want Moyes to go all defensive in the second half. Nigel, you just alluded to it. We've been 3-0 up, 3-1 up, etc., etc. There's going to be a tendency for Moyes to go and say, "Hang on to what we've got," and the danger of that is going to be that we might sit a bit too deep and maybe give them a bit more. Because I looked at the stats, 46% possession to 54 in their favour, so it's quite even. So we don't really want to concede that much more possession, do we? Or
no, I think they said that when we beat them at their place 3-0, we had 30% of the ball.
Yeah.
So I don't think possession, while it's what's the old analogy? Possession is 9/10 of the law. It still don't mean you're going to win the game. As it's been shown a lot of the times, we've give up possession to be able to catch teams on the break.
Yeah.
The more Leicester come at us, it could work with our favour. What we've got now that we've lacked before in the past is 2 or 3 or 4 players with proper pace. Lingard, proper pace. Bowen, proper pace. Masuaku's got pace. Kufal gets down the line. He's got proper pace. So that gives us the ability to really break quick. So if they then inch forward, they're going to be desperate to come at us. If you look at what Arsenal did, if you look at what Wolves did, they will come at us more and more with the pressure. So we are going to surrender possession.
Yeah.
What we don't want to do is surrender position in the pitch. So we need to try and keep a bit of a higher line, even though you've got to be wary of them getting in around us, behind us. But I think we've defended really well so far. You can see, as I said before, our Masuaku drifts back, so we play a back 5 defensively. And Masuaku and Creswell will then go past Masuaku. They dovetail. So
here's a good point. This thing, it's a squad game. We've been saying it for the past few weeks now. When we've had key players out, Bonner out, Declan out, now Antonio out, etc. This is a squad game now, isn't it? And this is where players come into their own to prove that they're worthy of being part of this West Ham squad, aren't they? And like Mandy said, showing the owners, showing everyone that we can play well without our key. Of course, you want your key players there, don't you? But look at this. We're 2-0 up, second game without Declan.
At some point, you've got to get used to life without Declan. I'm not saying selling him, because at some point he will.
He'll be injured or whatever.
He could be injured, do his ligaments, and never play football again. Look at Dean Ashton. It happens that quick. So you always have to be wary that a player can go like that. The only thing is, I was talking to someone the other day, and Declan Rice is an outstanding player, heartbeat of the team at the moment, but he's not really a goal creator. Now, football's about goals. Goals are fun. I'll tell you who is a goal creator. Jesse Lingard. Now, if Man United come round and said, we'll give you 50 million and Jesse Lingard for Declan Rice, do you take the deal? Because I do.
Not for 50.
No,
50 million and Lingard.
No, not for 50.
No.
That values Rice 80 million.
Well, no, I think Rice is worth 100 to 120 million at the moment as it stands. I really do. So if they say Lingard...
It's got nothing to do with money. This is all about a balance of a side, and this is all
about...
Well,
that is a good point as well.
It's all about those.
But what if you lose Lingard then? What if you cut? The only deal they'll do is that deal. What do you do?
I reckon there's a player out there. There's a player out there that will be as good as Lingard.
Yeah.
But it's a matter of finding him.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, I'd be all over that deal like a rash, because you could replace Declan Rice for 50 million quid. You could, and we've got Jesse Lingard.
You're selling him short, mate. You're selling him short. 50 mil, no.
Yeah. Here's another question. How old is Lingard?
28.
28.
How old's Rice?
22.
Right, there we go. We've got 6 years. That's a 6-year deficit already on a player. So it doesn't work for me. The maths doesn't work.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be tempting if they turn around and said 80 million plus Jesse. You would think,
I'll take that, obviously.
What
'cause
can
I'll
I
take
do
50.
with 80 million? Yeah, because 80 million and Jesse means that you knowing the way Moyes goes in the transfer market, he'll buy 4 players for 20 million each. He'll bring 4 players in for that. And you'd think to yourself, as much as you don't want it to happen, you kind of understand the logic.
Let's put it this way: if he bought 4 players of the standard of Bowen, let's say, and who all performed like Bowen, would it be a good deal?
Yes,
I think so. Because
yes.
you've got a greater distribution of talent and enthusiasm over the park. But if you're just investing in one player, or you're losing one player to that value, then you've got to sell to have a better option, haven't you? And basically, if you're only getting 30 million with a bit of money and Rice thrown in, you're losing too much. You're gaining, no doubt, with Lingard, but you're losing too much.
I know what you're saying, Nigel. It is tempting, but 50 million might be.
For me, we're sitting where we are now because of Lingard.
Yeah.
Well,
no,
because you can't.
I think we'd be sitting 7th or 8th without him.
Yeah, I know, but you can't ignore what the rest of the players have done.
Not ignoring. That's what I'm saying. We'd be sitting 7th or 8th without him. The signing of Lingard has probably jumped us 2 or 3 positions at least.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Yeah.
I feel that this season, the players have come together superbly. But I do agree with Nigel on that part. That Lingard just has completely. I don't think we'd be where we are without Lingard. Just the crucial goals that he's given us, and the crucial, today Wolves, Arsenal. I don't think we would have won those last 2 games if it wasn't for Lingard, because he's been superb and he's carried us. And now we haven't got Antonio in there. He's the driving force. He's the center point of the attack going forward, and just the way he brings us up the pitch, just the pressing. He putting Schmeichel under pressure today, putting the defenders under pressure. I feel this definitely. Credit has got to go massively to Lingard, but I'm going to go enjoy the second half. Cheers, guys.
Right.
See you later.
But look, listen. Let's not forget that all players can have bad games and quiet games. So you remember Jesse Lingard's second game. He had I wouldn't say a poor game, but he had a really quiet game. Was not effective at all. And I was wondering then, okay, what's all the hype? Look, he's having a great run. There's no doubt, and I totally agree with Nigel that we are where we are, 2 or 3 places above where we would have been possibly because of him. But I think that we still need the likes of Rice in the team to give us a better overall.
Listen, in an ideal world, we'll have them both next season.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like it or lump it, the finances of this club dictates that other clubs can look at our position and go.
Do you reckon, Nigel, if we do make Champions League, do you reckon we get to keep Lingard? Will want to stay, and we get to keep Declan, and we won't have to worry about any of this if we make Champions League?
I think it depends. The problem you got is Man United loaned us Lingard, because they didn't see us as a threat. I'm sorry, Man United. We're only 3 or 4 points behind you now.
Let's come back to I'll tell you what. Let's just carry on this conversation and talk about this game now. Would you rather have Rice in the team right now to start the second half and try and protect that 2-0 lead, or do you think we're better off without Rice and just going forward with the likes of Bowen and Lingard?
Always better with Rice.
Always better with Rice.
I agree. I think, and this is where I think we can't get carried away with not dismissing Rice, but also the value that a kind of player like him and our defense, our defense has to be good, and we have to be able to protect our defense, against the attack, the inevitable attack that's coming. Arsenal came back at us, Wolves came back at us. I personally thought we should have lost against Wolves the way they were playing. So, and if we're not careful here, Leicester could do us as well. So, whilst we're all happy 2-0, I'm not so sure about this second half. What are our predictions for the second half, Nige? Over to you.
I think second half will be a 1-1 draw, so we'll win 3-1.
Okay, yeah, that's a fair shout, actually. And you're back with us. What do you think for the second half?
I agree with Nigel. Yeah.
Don't agree with him. You've got to.
I agree with him. I was going to say it.
Oh, don't be like that. This is.
I listened to what Nigel said. I listened to the tail end of what Nigel said about Lingard, and I do agree. I massive credit to the team, but Lingard has absolutely pushed us on, 100%. And I would pay if we want a quality player like that in our team for next season. Yeah, I don't know where I would stop and how much I'd pay for him.
Eamon's made a good point here. We've been talking a lot about who we're going to sell rather than about how well the team's played.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think a lot of credit has got to go to the team, the way all the players have played. I've repeatedly said this season, last season, the previous seasons, you were struggling to find a player that was in a 6 or a 7 outside of Rice. Now you're trying to find a player who's dropped below a 7 for any game, really.
At the start of our season, the two at the back in the middle were probably numbers 3 and 4 in the picking order.
Yeah.
So you'd have had Ogbonna and probably Valbuena in front of both of them two. Nobody wanted Dawson. Diop had blown hot on cold. So when you was looking at the 4 of centre halves that we got, people would have gone, I want Ogbonna, I want Valbuena together.
But this is the whole thing about the squad, isn't it? The fact that we've lost key players and players have come in. We've lost Ogbonna, Diop's come in, he's done well. We lost Balbuena earlier on, Dawson came in, he's done well. We've lost Declan, right, and now Noble's come in and he's doing all right. He's playing a good game today, Noble. And then Antonio being the latest, and yet Bowen, I think Bowen has played a really decent game up front as the false number 9.
Yeah. I still
second half kicked off.
I still think the Diop.
I'll see you after the game then.
Cheers, Nige.
Adios.
Right, that was a half-time report. Back to the game, and over to you, Anton. I'm going to take it back.
Eamon, thank you for getting us back on track, mate. That's really appreciated because we did sort of lose our way a little bit. So we should be talking about the players that are out.
Leicester have made a sub at half-time.
Have they?
And they've taken off.
They probably lost the way because I wasn't here. Anyway, I'm back.
I wasn't here either. That's what it was. You leave Stowe in charge. It goes unprofessional.
Yeah.
Well, no, actually, it was Alf's half-time thing, not mine.
Oh, look, it's shifting the blame already. Oh, look. It's like they brought on a kid called Luke Thomas, and they've tried to do a quick bit of research on him.
Arrest. Give him a foul.
That wasn't very nice.
Yellow card.
That's
Yellow card straight away.
That's a book.
Straight away.
Indeed, straight in the book.
Dean loves a fucking card, doesn't he?
Apparently,
Mind you,
that was a foul. That is a yellow card.
That was a foul, yeah. Indeedy.
Oi. Yes,
and he is that type of player. He gets stuck in. So, putting him on a yellow's matching up the Suchek thing.
So, this kid come on.
Scott Randall.
So Scott Randall says
every foul is a yellow. No, every foul is a red when it's against a West Ham player.
It's Mike Dean.
Yeah. It is. There we go. Right. Who's there we go. Who was that?
Who was the sub then, Matt? Who was the sub? That young lad.
Luke
Thomas.
Thomas.
Back to Fabianski.
And what is he? Have they gone to a back 4?
Well, I guess so. He's a left back, apparently. So I guess
I've just
seen might push up to an more attacking position.
I've just seen Albrighton getting ready to come on as well for Leicester. Can't see the match at the moment. Keep the commentary going. Don't worry, Will. We're just waiting for something to happen. Leicester on the ball with left back position. Johnny Evans back to Schmeichel.
So, how do we think the second half?
Can't West Ham press?
Press
West Ham.
It's going to be 1-0. Anton, you think it's going to be 1-0 second half?
Go on, Jesse. Go on, boy! Suchek, hit the ball in it!
Fucking word! Oh my word!
Masuaku's pinched the ball on the left-hand side.
Stickers has missed it!
He played it into Suchek. Souček knocks it on one more to Bowen, and Bowen's put it in the bottom corner.
Here we go. Here we go. 3-0.
Unselfish from Souček there. Played the one
Oh,
more to
Nick's the
Bowen.
ball. Beautiful.
Through the
ball.
legs of the
Nice cutback. Oh, lovely ball. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. 3-0. It's all
Comes
over.
from
It's all
Masuaku
over.
pinching the ball on the left-hand side. And playing in Lingard.
Europe, here we come. Barcelona, here we come. Real Madrid, AC Milan or Inter Milan. God, bring it on. Bring it on.
What?
Oh.
What is going on, lads? Seriously, what
Now.
the hell is going on?
Now,
I tell you what. Indeed, he getting that yellow card. He is all over the shop right now in the middle of the park.
because
He doesn't know what to do. He's panicking.
No,
You what?
because he can't dive in now.
But that's his
Same
style
for
of game.
Farmer.
So I wouldn't
Yeah.
be surprised if they brought him off.
Oh, we're going to Europe.
But,
Oh, get
lads,
the passport ready.
Third game in a row now. We're 3-0 up.
Yeah.
But
What's
the
his
difference
plan?
being is,
Matt,
it's 3-0 in the second half.
Matt,
it
and
is.
another
We've
thing
just
is,
scored third.
David Moyes brought it to attention in the press conference, and he said it's unacceptable what's been happening. So they've not learned the first time. They kind of learned the second time because we won the game.
Yeah.
So let's hope we can continue this moving forward. Is that Ndidi again?
Oh, no. Chris is just.
Oh, we've got 2 down now. Who's that? Fornals has
Fornals.
taken a knock on the head.
No, Chris
If
has
someone
got
else down as well.
an ankle,
Crazy.
I think.
Crazy.
Creswell. He's feeling his hamstring.
Oh no.
Oh, here we
Saying,
go.
he's
on the
gone.
bench.
He's out. He's gone. He knows it. You can see by his reaction. He's just said "F's sake, man." He's definitely coming off.
Oh, shit.
That'll be Ben Johnson coming on for him then.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, I think it will.
Because
I think you're right.
Oh, or Balbuena, back 3.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Balbuena.
Is it, are we playing a back 4 or a back 3?
We're playing a back 3.
'Cause
So
back three,
either
I'd probably say-
Johnson or Balbuena. He went up. What happened?
Or does he just go?
It's how he fell. It's how he fell. So that's not his
Yeah.
hamstring then.
No, that's like jarred his knee. I'd say.
Well, that's weird. His landing foot is okay, or landing leg is okay. It's his takeoff leg, isn't it?
It was his takeoff. I
Yeah.
think it was his takeoff.
Yeah.
It was the way he was the way he stretched when he went up.
I say that he could have done the hamstring jumping in the first place. He could have done it
Well,
when he sprung up.
He might. He's walking. I think they're gonna. I don't think
look-
there's no need. There's no need to.
He don't look comfortable though, does he?
No. He looks okay-ish, but there's no need to panic it. They just bring him off and swap him over.
Yeah. I think
When we've
so.
got 4 defenders on the bench, I'm sure we can work out something.
He's talking to him. Precautionary.
You okay?
He wants.
You
He
okay?
wants to play on, but come on, Mo.
Yeah, so,
He
no,
was-
bring him off. Bring him off.
I don't think they will. I think he's going to come back on. He is. He's coming back on.
Yeah,
Okay.
a bit risky though, and I
Wow,
think you're right.
okay.
I don't know.
Wow.
You know, when Antonio felt a tweak, he was straight off. So I reckon he's going to end up going off. I think he
Balbuena's
just said,
stripping
"Let
off.
me give it a go." I reckon he said, "Let
Come
me
on,
give it a go."
come on, General.
Yeah, you can't run. Can't run.
I'll do
look at
Fabianski. He's subbing.
No, he's
who's
he's
that?
down again, isn't he?
Someone else?
Yeah,
though?
you can't run.
No,
Who
it's
was that?
Cresswell, isn't it? He's down again.
No, there was someone
Cresswell's
else.
down again.
Someone else. Some other West Ham players doing something.
Come on, General.
Balbuena's
Here he
coming
goes.
on.
Oh, missed you, man. We missed you.
No way, Reese.
What's
No
Lingard's?
way. Wouldn't put Arthur back at left back
No.
and Benny on.
No.
That will make
No.
us really weak on the
No.
left
I
side.
am a bit worried though because
Wrong.
we don't now have a left footer at left.
There's something
The
not
back
right
three.
with Lingard there. What are they?
They just gave him like a pill or something. He took something, didn't he? And then he knocked some water back.
Are they allowed to take energy pills?
tablet?
I don't know.
Could just be
Are they
like
allowed to do
Lucozade
that?
tablet.
I don't know. I
Well, they can
don't
drink
know
Lucozade
what
all the
the,
time.
what
So
the
it'd probably
rules
just like
are.
a Lucozade tablet, wouldn't it?
Could be sickness tablet. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe
Maybe he's struggling a bit.
What are they going
Who's
to do?
going to
They're
go
gonna
left? Who's going to
They
go
might,
left?
they might go
side?
5 at the back. They might go 5 at the back. Then will they?
A proper flat back five.
could be.
They'll have to if Balbuena's coming on.
Oh, I
Who's
just got an
gonna-
email from
Who will
Steve
go on that
Darnell.
left hand?
God, he's played so well this season, hasn't he? You know,
Well done, Creswell.
No injuries, nothing.
Creswell's off. Balbuena is on. They're bringing off Creswell as a precaution. Don't know what it is. Just trying to see what formation West Ham are going to line up at the back.
I think we do. We all need a pill to calm us down, Joan. We all need a pill to calm us down.
Oh,
yeah, Scott's saying electrolytes.
Free kick, West Ham.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
West Ham have won a free kick about 40 yards out.
God, our players are dropping like flies, aren't they, at the moment? You know.
Here we
West Ham taking
go.
a quick free kick. Jesse Lingard on the right hand side.
Lingard.
Oh,
Gets it across the ball.
He's offside.
Whip it in.
It's a goal. He's offside. He's offside.
no, it is. No, it's
It's a goal, isn't it?
It's a goal.
Is it a goal?
He's
My
offside.
God.
No, he's off. No, is he?
Is
Let's
it
see. He's running in.
He
No, he's onside there.
Oh, he's offside.
He's
He's
off.
offside.
No.
He's offside.
No, he's off. He's off.
He's offside.
Yeah, he's
The,
off
the,
this
the
time.
linesman didn't put his flag up, but they're
he's off.
checking it. He's definitely offside.
No, he's
He's
off.
definitely off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can
he's
see it
off.
on the replay. He's off.
Oh no, the hat. No.
The still angle. It's not the hand.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
the
no,
sleeve.
no.
Oh, it's
No,
the
he's
foot.
off.
The player's foot.
No,
Look
he's
at the
off.
player's foot.
He's well offside.
He's
No,
well
the
off.
fucking no in Dawson. They're looking at the player behind Dawson.
No, he's well off.
Yeah, he's off.
Look at Masuaku.
Gotta be off.
He's well off.
That,
Yeah.
that,
Diop's well off.
No goal. No goal. No goal.
Yeah, he's well off.
Oh.
But keep the pressure up.
no
West Ham.
goal.
What the
3-0.
hell was Diop doing up there in the first place?
Wow.
I have no idea.
That's it. Oh.
Come on, West Ham.
All right, here we go. Back to Schmeichel.
But I'm just trying to see how the back three's now working out.
That's what I'm. We've not even been up in our half though to see it.
Diop has gone left side. Dawson in the
Oh, yeah,
middle.
the ball's come
Balbuena
forward now.
to the
Yeah,
right.
Diop's left. And
Yeah.
Dawson middle. Yeah.
Nice ball
God,
from
that was a
Dawson.
late challenge.
A great ball.
They're
from
really
Dawson.
nasty, Leicester. They're really sort of. Did you see that? That was
Yeah.
another
Yeah.
late challenge.
Iheanacho. Yeah.
And he's the one that's
Really
got injured
offering
out of doing the late challenge.
Putting about a bit, aren't they?
Great play from Dawson. So what are we looking at in defence then? We've got Diop on the left,
Got
Balbuena,
Diop on the
Dawson.
left.
Middle.
Dawson in the
Dawson
middle, Balbuena on the right. Yeah.
And then obviously Sufal and Masuaku.
You're always going to have Dawson in the middle. They're never going to take him out of that position.
No. I was just thinking about Diop and Balbuena, who's going to go what side.
Oh,
I suppose Balbuena's a bit quicker.
Gary, we are at
Masuaku.
55, 26, 55, 27, 28.
Get rid of it, West Ham. Let the ball. Oh no, it's still in.
Mate, that yours.
Sufal.
Well played,
Play it
Sufal.
out. Yeah, well done, mate. Leicester throw in.
nice. Nice.
Stand up to him. Get rid of the ball, West Ham. Good tackle. Oh, unlucky. And Masuaku's taking the ball out of the 18-yard box.
Get it.
Jesse Lingard
Oh,
collects the ball.
Oh, that was
not
a
there,
terrible.
Jesse. Not there. Not there, Jesse.
Get rid of it, West Ham.
Get rid of it.
Great
Get rid of
tackle.
it.
Suchek
tackle.
and
Get
Noble.
rid of it.
Unbelievable Suchek and
Oh,
Noble.
well played, Noble.
Oh, well done. Well done.
Good tackle,
Masuaku
Suchek.
on the attack.
Masuaku coming on again.
Switches play. He's going to keep it in for
Oh.
Niles. Well done.
Oh,
Go on.
That was a poor ball, Masuaku.
it was. It's like,
For Niles has kept it in. Switches play.
Oh,
Oh, it's
still
rubbish
running all
for
over that.
Niles.
Surprised you weren't all over that still.
oh dear, oh dear.
Go on,
That
Jesse.
was-
But this is better. We're still
That
playing
was-
football.
Oh, are we going to make
57
it?
minutes gone. West Ham United 3, Leicester 2. Balls in Leicester's
No,
half.
Leicester nil. Leicester nil.
Oh, so what did I say?
2.
Yeah.
3-0. Sorry,
Where have they
3-0.
scored 2 goals now?
Didn't
Here
even
we
hear
go.
myself
Nice
saying
little
it.
ball. Fornals into Suchek.
Dawson.
to
Another late challenge.
Dawson. Here we go.
Ref.
That's the second
Oh,
time the NHO's
come
gone
on,
in,
ref.
dived into
Come on.
Dawson.
Come on. Open your eyes and see what's
What?
happening.
Honestly,
Yeah,
that
that was a tackle by so
That tackle was
great
underrated by
tackle.
Suchek.
Oh,
And it was the
That's amazing
second
last-ditch
tackle by
tackle.
Noble as well. The second tackle by
Pulled the ball
Noble.
out.
Yeah.
For some reason, we started trying to stretch the game again, which we really don't need to do. Stretching the game suits Leicester.
Oh, that's him through. Vardy It's final, but we've got. I mean,
It's 2
it's 2 on
against 5.
6. Yeah, 5 or 6. Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Come on.
Our shape, though, I'm impressed with our shape. Oh, come on, get over there. Someone's gone down.
Get up, Hardy.
Yeah, it's Vardy. Get up, you idiot.
I think
You're just
Dalton
ruining
ran
your own
into him.
team's attack. He's just ruining his own team's attack. Look, that's what he's done. Idiot. Check complete. What are you checking for? Vardy just sitting on the floor being a dick.
I think because no, Dawson ran into him, didn't he? So they're probably saying, "Is it a foul?" But I don't think it was. I think Vardy just
Good tracking back,
Well,
Jesse.
one
Good
back by
play.
Jesse.
Go on, Jesse!
Still got it. Still got it.
Go on.
Oh, unlucky.
Oh,
Play me,
unlucky,
play me.
unlucky, unlucky.
Good tackle
just
from
overran
Leicester
it.
there.
Oh,
Clean sheet would be nice, West Ham United.
Let that ball go out. Well done.
That's okay,
Forcing
that's
another
okay.
error. Forcing another error.
There we go.
oh.
Right. So what were they? Oh, so we're going to see it now. They're looking at Vardy. What are they looking at?
Shut up, Vardy. You
Oh, come on,
diving.
he just-
His hand's gone. Right.
Okay,
diving.
well,
That was
I'll
rather
tell you what,
cheeky. That was
I'll
a
tell you
bit
what.
cheeky.
no,
Well, they've
no,
checked
it's
it, mate.
not-
There's nothing
no,
to
it's
tell.
not-
They've checked it. It's
just
fine.
a hand off. It's
No,
just a
I'll
hand
tell you
off,
what,
that's
though.
all.
What's
Brighton's
the
on
difference?
crap.
What's the difference between that one and the one that he set off Souček for?
Yeah.
Yeah, not much.
Go on, Souček. Oh, it's
I mean, obviously he got
Leicester.
overturned because he was wrong, but this is Mike Dean.
Mm.
And at that time, VAR said, "Oh, you want to have a look at this?" And they were like, "You know, you think you might have got it wrong. You might want to send him off." But he has made a mountain out of a molehill there, Vardy.
Yeah, he has. An hour gone. West Ham United 3, Leicester 2. I said it again. Leicester
What is
0.
wrong with you?
I don't know.
This is
I
what
don't
happens.
know. What's going on?
You're tempting
Still,
fate
This
here.
is exactly what we've been saying all along. When we go 3-0 up, the fan base and the club are like, we're panicking. We're actually gifting goals now. We're gifting goals.
I'm telling you, I'm not kidding. I'm shocked. This season has been a shock from start to finish. It really has. Fantastic shock, but nonetheless.
Yeah, I was going to mention this before the game. I can't remember a season where the squad seemed to have been so gelled with each other and so
absolutely.
happy with each other.
Oh,
For
fantastic, Mark Noble.
For many,
Get it
many
out.
years.
Good clearance.
Brilliant.
Years.
Oh,
You
I
know,
think good
we-
clearance deal.
Alf,
I
we were likening.
can't think of him. I can't think of one apart from way back mid '80s.
Oh, it's good turn.
Great tackle.
Everyone's
Yeah,
talking
Balbuena.
about
What's he
how-
doing? Get rid of it! What are you two
What happened
doing,
now?
Balbuena and Fabianski?
Balbuena left it for Fabianski, and Fabianski
Spilled it.
lost it. Yeah, and Balbuena's blocked it out for a corner.
That's come from nothing. That's absolutely came from nothing.
Yeah, misunderstanding there.
Misunderstanding between the two of them. That's given Leicester a
That's
corner.
that's the lack of playing time together.
Actually,
Nah, no, go on, mate, that's
Fabianski's
That's
handling
Fabianski.
not good.
Yeah.
Corner
Get rid of
ball.
it.
Away it goes.
Get rid of it.
That's
Get rid of
okay.
it. That'll do
That's
it.
okay. That's okay.
You're right,
Alf,
that is
people are talking
Fabianski.
about this being a similar season to the 2015-16. There's a massive difference. 15-16, we've just relied on Pyatt. Whereas this season,
this is much better this season.
yeah, I think
Much
so
better.
as well. This season, as you've said, it's a squad effort.
Yeah.
You know, the whole
Yeah.
squad has stood up and been counted. Absolutely.
Yeah, so I really can't remember.
It's been
a
Project
season like it.
Restart. Project Restart.
Yeah,
Ever
yeah,
since,
you're right,
mate.
yeah,
Ever
you're
since.
right,
Ever
you're
since.
right,
Yeah.
you're right,
Actually,
yeah.
you know what? You could maybe go back a little bit further than that. You could. I'm
there
still
are-
going to go back to
The
that.
2 games before Project
Southampton
Restart.
game
Yeah.
and the Arsenal game
Yeah.
before it.
Yeah.
But you know,
Yeah,
we
No,
had a
not the
couple of months
South. No,
off.
it was the Liverpool.
Yeah, we beat Southampton.
Liverpool, Arsenal.
Was it Liverpool and Arsenal?
We got
Yeah.
beaten the 2 games, but didn't deserve it
I didn't deserve to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
but
yeah.
played
was it
them
because
well,
we played Southampton?
because we played Man City
won.
and got and
we
we
got-
handed them the points.
And then we went
Before
out
we had a
against
go,
Liverpool. Yeah,
lost
and had a
2-1,
go.
beat Southampton 3-1. Then we lost to Arsenal. Was it 1-0 when we shouldn't have lost? Like we absolutely
Yeah.
battered them.
Yeah.
West Ham throwing.
Look,
Yeah.
we're all dreaming.
Right
Look,
down there.
Joan, Champions League, GP, Champions League, here we come. Wayne, European Tour. Vaclav, it's like Barcelona. God, Jesus. Reese, my 9-0 prediction is looking more and more likely. Lads, calm down. Lads and lasses, calm down. It's not
You know,
over yet. It's
I
not over
can't
yet.
calm down. I can't
Not
calm
by a
down.
long shout.
West
Crikey.
Ham throw in. Big throw in. It's coming straight to Leicester player.
Look, I mean, lads, we're 3-0 up. Why am I nervous? Why am I
nervous?
I'm
Why am I
crapping my
nervous?
pants right now.
Absolutely weird, isn't it?
I am
Go on,
crapping my
Masuaku,
pants.
challenging back.
Go on, get
Go on,
back.
Dawson.
Get that, Dawson.
Dawson gets it
Dawson.
away.
Go on,
Oh,
ref!
Another free kick.
Solid
That'll
play,
do.
Dawson.
Get off, you
Solid.
dick! Sorry.
Another free
Solid
kick.
play, Dawson.
That clap.
Vardy's fuming.
Soucek, Soufal, Lingard and Bone. Great impact for the squad. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Matt, you predicted, Anil's asking, you predicted 3-3. How are you feeling?
Yeah. On that about Bowen and Soucek, actually, when Soucek came in, you remember he was a slow starter. He didn't really play that much of an impact for this few games. But we were all saying Bowen, when he started straight away, and he seemed to lift the whole team with his enthusiasm. So I'd say the
ref,
captain
he's all over him.
He's all over him.
Come
That's a
on,
free
ref.
kick.
Free
been
kick,
Bowen.
he's giving it.
That's
He's
got to be
giving
a
it.
free kick.
And
Oh, yes.
then after Project Restart, you say Antonio was just it was just immense, wasn't he? You know, he scored 9 goals, whatever, 10 goals.
I'll tell you what, Alf. You're talking about Jared Bowen there. He's found form. He's up for this again. He's excitable to watch again.
I think the player's been good. He's been at a bit of a lull, but nothing. Yeah,
nothing major. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Joan
But,
is having a lie down,
Is
and
that 3 goals?
Mandy is telling her to stay with it.
Is that 3 goals for Bowen?
Yes.
In the last 3 games, something like that.
Yeah, 3 and 3.
3 and
where
3,
is it?
yeah.
Oh,
Ball over the top.
Oh, here we go. It's got to be.
That didn't look good.
Bowen. get up, Bowen.
Glad last week we scored 3 goals in consecutive games for the first time ever. Now it's 3 games in a row. There you go. We are scoring for fun, aren't we, people?
Yeah.
It's about
He's done
conceding
something,
that's the
boys.
problem.
Yeah, that's the problem. I said to you before the
No.
game, like,
So, should Moyes still be our manager?
no.
I think it's a bit
It's
crap
dinosaur,
if I
mate.
were, you know.
It's a
well,
dinosaur.
it's not defensive minded enough for me.
You've got to question his substitutions, really.
Boys could do what he wants, to be honest. I'll do West
Give him the
Ham
keys to
again,
Stratford.
creating an enforced error from Leicester. Get rid of it, Masuaku.
Oh,
God's
what are
sake.
you
lovely
doing?
play.
Arthur.
Lovely
come
play.
on.
And then he
Rubbish.
gets it
Oh,
Oh, then he gets the pass.
Oh, he did all the great
He does the hard bit and he does the shit.
much up the
Fabianski
easy bit.
collected it. Well done, Fabianski.
He's
bad.
Suaku
Take it.
through and through.
Look,
The
as
whole
you
bit
say,
done,
as
and
you
he
Takes
say,
gives
on
it away.
3
as you
players,
keep on saying,
and then he
it's
can't make a
end
5-yard
product.
pass.
End product. Doesn't matter what you do, it's what you do with the final ball. And Masuaku just pooped his pants.
So-
there, didn't he?
I don't want to knock Masuaku, but that's the reason why I have a go at him. There you go.
Tony
Yeah.
Sampson, how
Leicester don't
dare
like
you?
the ball over
How
the top.
dare you? How dare you? I am not the king of the dad jokes. I am the emperor of the dad jokes. Oh dear.
Oh, what is
okay,
Schmeichel doing? What is Schmeichel doing? He's done a fucking...
Go
on, West Ham, keep the pressure up.
Well done,
Keep pressure
Diop.
up, West Ham.
Well done, West Ham.
Good end,
Dawson. Back to Diop. Oh, nice.
Play,
bit of
Diop.
play there.
Well
Fouled.
played.
Good turn. That's
Free
right,
kick, West
foul.
Ham. I'll do.
Say 1999. If we finish well, we will have false expectations for next season and hound the manager and the players if we don't do it again. That's a really
No,
good point,
we won't.
mate.
Well,
I hope not. I hope
there
not.
might be some
No, there
sections.
will be. There will be so many fans who will have a very short memory. There's no doubt.
Foul
There's no
again. West Ham free kick in our own half. Nice bit of
Joan.
play from West Ham.
Mark Noble's 400 appearance today,
Yeah.
by the way, lads.
Premier League appearance.
He's playing all right, isn't he? Playing all right.
He's doing all right for me.
Bernie still
mate.
having the West Ham nightmare of us going 3-0 up, then doing what? We're all
feel
having
like-
that
I
nightmare.
feel like we could say that Noble's doing more than all right. I feel like
He's
we're
having a good
a lot of.
Yeah.
He's having a good game.
He's having
Yeah,
a good game. Yeah.
He's doing okay.
He's having a Noble game.
you can't help it, can you?
He's doing okay.
He's having a Noble
Come
game.
on.
You know what you're going to get from Noble. Like, I always say this. It's just his legs, and he can't do it twice in a week. So when they play him every game, it's like he just gets slower and slower because he can't do it.
Shut him down,
Look at
Cornell.
Daniel.
Shut him down.
Daniel,
Well
if
done.
you
Great Diop. Well done,
if
Diop.
you've been following our games, Daniel, you'll know why we're acting the way we are. 3-0
last
up
two
against
games-
Arsenal, drew 3-3. 3-0 up against Wolves, drew
Get rid of it!
won
Well,
it
it's not like
3-2.
Dawson.
Get rid of it.
And we
Get rid of
held,
it. Well done, Fabianski.
and we held on.
Oh!
So Daniel, 3-0 up against Leicester,
Oh.
with 20 odd minutes to go. When there's a minute to go and we're still 3-0 up, I think we might start relaxing.
Am I
Yeah.
not getting all the messages here? I think I'm missing out on all the a lot of the
I've
comments here.
gone back.
Ah,
So,
oh yeah. Oh, okay. I got you.
Sean, how many times has the team gone 3-0 up in consecutive games? Don't know, actually. Unbelievable for us.
That'll do. Luck on our side. Leicester were through, but the ball hit Vardy's back. Luck
But
is on our side.
lads, we definitely need a couple of strikers now. We just can't score. It's just, oh, Moyes, what are you doing? What are you doing, Moisey?
It's confusing football.
Confusing.
It is,
very
yeah.
confusing. Do you know what I think he's listening
That will
to?
do. Let it roll out.
They
West
go
Ham goal
out.
kick.
There we go. That'll do, West Ham.
Yeah, I think he's finally listened to us. He's listened to West Ham Irons United, and they're watching our appraisal of the games, of the reviews and the previews, and they're actually saying, do you know what? We better start doing as they say. And I think they've listened to the fans. The fans have had their say.
Leicester have most of this game been trying to play the ball over the top. I've got to give credit where credit's due. Our defence have handled it really well. West Ham have
That's
countered.
Dawson's game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dawson handles that.
Yeah.
And then West Ham have countered that by playing the ball over the top to them, and they can't handle it.
But I was going to add to that, Dawson's game, that's proper championship defender football. Ball over the top.
Yeah.
It is.
Sure.
Mandy, we have scored 9 goals in 3 games without a proper striker. Mandy, we've scored God knows how many goals without a striker all season.
All over
Let's
the top,
not forget.
Vardy on the wing, inside the box. Balbuena, the general.
Balbuena, he comes on, he does the business, kept it on, play on, off we go.
Go on, Pablo. Nice play there from Pablo to Souček in the
Why
middle of the
do
park.
you think?
Out wide to Masuaku, who's got the hold of the ball. He plays it to the Leicester player. Get rid of it. It's goal 3-1. Masuaku.
That's what we're worried about.
Oh!
And everyone that asks me, am I happy about Masuaku? That's the reason why I'm not. Sorry, people.
Dear. Right, boys,
You know-
do not lose your heads. Do not lose your
We
heads.
have to
Focus
play it down the
now.
line.
Come on.
Look at that. That is lazy that's what he's got in his game.
Dear.
That's lazy by
Oh,
Masuaku.
dear, oh dear.
Lazy.
Dear, oh dear.
Here we go again.
That's a rubbish goal. That's a rubbish goal.
I'm nothing.
Oh,
Why's Fabianski not got to that?
Oh,
What's
come on.
Fabianski's
Dave.
taking his hand away.
Come on.
No, but why is he taking his hand away? It's right through him. Look at that again.
Yeah.
I'm suspect on Fabianski there.
You know,
Sorry.
I'm sorry to say, it's not that I'm looking for a reason.
Do you think he's got limited movement on his arm? Because I agree with you. I think he didn't
He's
quite.
pulled his hand away.
Yeah, he didn't seem to quite have it, did he? Interesting.
You're right, though. The build-up
exactly.
play should never have been in that position.
Yeah.
However, the shot was straight at Fabianski, and Fabianski
When
put it there.
when people ask me why I get annoyed at Masuaku, that's why I get annoyed
that's
at
right.
him.
Oh, well, that's
You know.
a clear cut. Yeah, there's no way you can defend Masuaku there on that because that, you know.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. 71 minutes gone. We're still 3-1 up, you know, but I know what you're saying about the goalie, Anton. Maybe he did pull his hand away, but should never have even been anyone near.
No, I completely agree with you. But when it's a shot from that distance, if you do make an error, you surely expect your keeper to
Do you know what?
put his hand on it.
Do you think we need substitution? Get Masuaku off, put Johnson on in there. What do you think about that?
That would be a good shout for me. But, you know, we did that before, and then we've conceded again. Not that I'm blaming Johnson. But,
I don't think he will make a sub for that like that.
Or Ben Rama. Bring Ben Rama on.
But that's being a bit too attack-minded, isn't it? So, again, I don't know if that would happen or not.
Leicester on the ball on the right-hand side.
It's giving
plays the
them a
ball
bit
through
of
the middle.
now.
Stay up to the ball, West Ham. Jamie Vardy's
on.
kicking the ball around the players. That'll
Well
do.
played, Masuaku.
We're just sitting back again now. We're just sitting back.
Well played again, Masuaku. Keep at it.
Don't lose it now. There's man on. Well played. Get rid of it, Diop. That'll do.
Here we go. We're panicking now.
Yeah.
No need to. Absolutely no need to. There you go. The commentators just said the same thing.
Yeah, yes.
Shouldn't be panicking. Just hold on to the ball. You know,
Just hold on to the ball for a bit, West Ham.
Get rid of it,
gives
Sufal.
momentum, doesn't it? It's
Go on,
totality of
Away we
Jim!
go.
Bowen.
Away we go.
Go on, Bowen. Go on, Bowen. Oh, great play.
Bowen.
Oh,
Oh,
he's
there we go,
fucking
come on.
hold the ref.
It's nasty. Get the corner again. That's
Indeed.
indeed.
Oh,
Look
come
at Indeed.
on!
He's off.
That's
Is he off?
indeed again.
No, he
That's
won't- he
got
won't
to
book
be
him
another
again.
card.
He's very lucky, mate. If he's
Oh,
He is.
indeed.
Mate, that's
Come
a
on,
yellow
you
card.
should
That's an
not be
absolute
on the pitch.
stone
that's a
come
wall.
blatant
on.
yellow card.
That's a
Well, I'm
bloody
sorry.
booking.
He should be
Come
off.
on.
He should be.
not.
He should be off for that. He's taken in.
Yeah.
That's a professional foul.
Second
That
yellow.
should be a second yellow card.
Why has he
No,
not
no,
got a
come
card
on.
for it?
He's put his foot on his arm.
He's not booking
Oh.
him.
Of all
Why
people
has
to
he not
give it as
got a
well,
card
he
for
might
that?
do it.
He should not. They should be down to 10 men. He should be off. Second yellow.
He got away with that one there.
Well played,
Lucky,
Dawson.
lucky boy.
Got
Lucky
away with
boy.
one there.
Of all the people to not book him as
Go
well.
on,
Mike Dean.
Suchek on the right hand side. We've got bodies forward. Go on,
Go on,
Bowen.
Bowen.
Look at the ball.
Oh,
Fit him
it's
under
gonna
it.
Go on.
Sufal.
Soufal on the ball, cross in.
Oh, I thought he was going to
Oh,
volley
come
that,
on.
Jesse.
Oh, Dean, get out of the way. Oh, they're going to try and counter again now, Leicester.
Go on, West Ham. Get hold of the ball. He's gone over the top. Go on, Dawson. Get there, Dawson. Oh, unbelievable, Dawson.
And again, he
I thought
got
he lost
nudged.
it.
He got
Well played,
nudged in the back.
Pushed in the
I
back
thought he
again.
was lost
yeah.
that there.
Oh. Great header there. Going up we go. Masuaku then. Lingard.
Don't lose it, Masuaku.
Well played there.
I think
Oh,
Masuaku
come
actually
on.
looks tired to me, to be honest. He
He
looks
does,
a little bit
doesn't
like
he? He does. He looks a little bit
Puffing.
off it now, doesn't he? Yeah,
poor
I
ball.
agree.
Where was that?
Yeah, I've got to say, it's what 74 minutes, 75 minutes now. Time for a
Yep.
change, Moisey. Time for a sub.
I
would
think
say.
the Johnson shout is a good one, to be honest.
I
Oh,
think you
we
need
can
to
leg
change
it
it up a little bit. You know, we need to stop
Starting to look leggy,
Stop.
Arthur.
the
block.
momentum from Leicester. I think.
Get
Yeah,
that.
they've got a
Build
lot
up
of the
a little bit
ball,
more.
very dangerous areas now.
Come
rid of it.
on, just
Edge of the
get
box,
rid
edge of the
of the
box.
bloody ball. Just
that
get
Mark
rid
Noble
of it.
tackle?
No. Oh.
Tackle from Mark
What a
Noble.
block, Noble.
Oh, and he's hurt now as well. What's that? His arm, his elbow?
He'll be up.
What
He'll be
happened?
fine. Unbelievable tackle from Noble.
He's followed
Great
through on him,
tackle.
hasn't he? Tightly
Oh,
accidental,
yeah,
but he's followed through on him.
Yeah. Yes.
I think
He'll
he's
be
got
fine.
his arm. He's
He'll
hit his
get up.
arm.
Oh, he's caught like in his elbow, like his armpit.
Maybe he won't be up. I mean, he looks like he's in a shed load of pain. And now, and do you know what? If we lost Mark Noble, then what?
Yeah, the funny thing is, right, I always say about Noble, but this is when you would want him on the pitch.
15
Hopefully,
minutes
he's
left.
just maybe trying to take some sting out of the game. But I reckon he's going to make a sub now, but I don't know what he'll do.
I think Johnson should come on. I think Masuaku's puffing a little bit. You know, and fair enough. It's his second game back, you know, for quite a while.
I
You
reckon he
know-
might make an attacking sub, though.
Ben Rama.
What? Ben Rama. Ben Rama's
coming
coming
on.
on.
Oh, Ben Ram's coming on. There we go.
Bowen.
For who?
Maybe like
Bowen, probably.
Bowen or Fornals.
I
Bowen.
hope not. I hope not.
No, keep those on. They've still got legs on them. Keep them on.
Well, that's the only one you could beat. So I wouldn't freaking put him on for Masuaku.
No.
But then what's your option if, God forbid, someone else gets injured? If you don't take one of those players off?
Is Nobes coming off, or is he just? What's he doing there? Is he all right?
What's he done to his thumb? Has he dislocated his thumb?
I think he might have done
Because
something.
they're walking
yeah.
off and he's just sort of like walking off like this and they're holding his hand. Yeah, it might maybe dislocate his thumb.
Oh, he doesn't look right, does he? He's walking off. Is that his
He
shoulder?
looks like he's a bit dazed, you know, the way
Yeah,
he's
he
walking
does.
off there.
My
Oh,
stream just
they're gonna-
got
they're gonna
back.
strap
we're back,
his-
we're back. Well, they got hit on the head as well.
It's a corner to
It's a
Leicester.
corner ball. It's a corner ball to Leicester. Over
Oh,
it
what's going on
goes.
with the stream? Is your stream gone?
Yeah, mine's all
Yeah.
over the place as well.
Oh, so fucking annoying.
So it's Leicester corner,
Back.
but
Back.
we're back. We're back. Oh, cleared.
Got it away. Soufal.
Second
Oh,
ball in.
stopped again.
Cleared again. Half. Soufal.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh, come
the
on.
stream has gone down.
I get my backup stream up, but it'll be in front of this one.
Yeah, you can just go onto your phone and do it. It's
All
back
right,
again.
back
now.
up. It's back up.
We're back up. All right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Leicester on the halfway line.
That's good.
But
That'll do.
Noble's back on.
Back on the pitch. Right. Oh, Sufal, what are you trying to
Oh
dribble there for?
no! Come on, that's sloppy. We're getting sloppy, lads. We're getting sloppy.
Yeah, we are.
Let's do a
We
time
are.
check. I'm on 78, 78:01, 02, 03.
Oh,
I'm
you're like a
78
second in front of
now.
me.
Yeah, you're a few seconds ahead of me.
You're one in front of me.
What are you on, Anton?
11, 12, 13.
Yeah,
You're
I'm a
literally
second
bang on
ahead
a
of
second
you.
in front of me. But Leicester on
Why
the ball.
do we get why do we feel nervous when we're 3-1 up? We all know
Because
why,
it's West Ham.
Mandy.
Because it's West Ham. And
Do
nothing's
you think he'll
ever
bring
easy.
Lingard off? He might bring Lingard off.
Oh,
Is Benny still not on yet?
He's not on yet,
No.
but he might bring Lingard off.
He's still standing on the touchline.
He did this to Ben Rama last time, didn't he? Took forever to bring him on.
Leicester still on the attack, holding the ball in the West Ham half. West Ham just kind of standing the ground. Fornals pushing out. Bowen pushing out. There we go.
Nice
Oh, what a
challenge
great
by
tackle,
Noble.
Mark Noble. Brilliant, Marky
there
boy.
you go.
Oh,
Play the
it's
ball.
not-
Play it.
It's unlucky.
Oh,
It's unlucky.
oh.
Oh,
They've played the ball over the top.
oh.
Vardy on the byline.
What's
The
the-
ball into no one. Great hit. I don't know what happened there with Fabianski, but
Well,
that's
that's,
out.
that's still on the ball, Leicester.
Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Get rid of it.
Pereira coming forward on the edge of the box.
Oh, what a challenge! What a challenge, Fabianski!
Fabianski.
Oh, that was a penalty.
Incredible
But what
save.
a save
a
from
tackle.
Fabianski.
What an incredible save!
Fingertips on the ball.
I thought that was a
Wow!
penalty.
Wow!
Amazing.
That is a fantastic save.
What a fantastic save!
What a
Go on,
Look
let's have
at
a
it.
look at it. Show that again.
Pereira's
Show that
in
again.
one-on-one 6 yard
What
out. He
a
spreads
save.
himself.
Wow!
Fingertips on the
save.
ball.
Oh!
That is a game-winning challenge. That
Yeah, you're right, mate. You're right.
wow!
Right.
Absolutely incredible.
Brilliant.
What's going
They're
on,
coming
boys?
at
They've
us.
made that sub.
Leicester.
Yeah.
80 minutes gone. 3-1 West Ham.
Go on,
It's
boys.
Johnson
We
now.
need to stop
Johnson's
this.
on the sidelines. Johnson is
Johnson's
coming
on
on.
the sideline now.
Oh, not Ben
Maybe he
Rama.
sat Ben Rama
Rama's
back
been
down.
put- Oh, is he? Unless they're doing a double
Unless he's
sub.
making a double sub. I can't see Ben Rama now, though. You're right.
Right,
It just looks
I
like
can't
Johnson.
see it.
Oh,
But
go on,
again-
Fabianski. Go on, son.
Solid.
Oh, yes. Fabianski.
Yeah,
that was that game.
Scott, really good point there, Scott. Agreed, Joan. Whatever Joan said, and that save makes up for the
Yeah.
goal for Fabs. Yeah,
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 to be
absolutely.
fair, yeah. He has made up for it. That was phenomenal. Like I said to you, he's kicking suspect, but his saving's fantastic. Ball's going out. Is it going to go out for throwing? Let it go
WO.
out.
You four are worse than old women at bingo. Oh, we've been worse than this, mate. Trust me.
So, right.
So-
who's coming?
Ben
Which
Rama
is-
Johnson's coming on for Noble,
Noble's coming off.
and Ben Rama is sitting back on the bench with his top back on again.
Oh,
Wow.
oh,
Wow.
So,
okay. Yeah,
someone
Noble
else
can't
going
move
down
his
the
arm.
middle?
No.
Noble can't move his arm.
Do you know what?
So
See
we've
if Noble
lost
can't move his
Creswell
arm.
and Noble.
See if Noble can't move his arm. See what he's just done since he's been back on the park, and he can't move his arm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Proper
His arm
warrior.
is like-
Well played.
but that's
Stuck.
another two players out.
He'll be fine, mate. He'll be fine.
I don't know,
Not
mate.
really.
I don't
Noble
know.
will be fine.
So the question is, how are we going to line up now? Or is
How are we gonna
Johnson
line
back
up
to go
now?
play
Yeah.
centre mid? Is Johnson playing holding
He ain't
midfielder?
moving his arm at all.
He's not, mate,
No,
but
he's
he'll be
not.
fine. He'll be fine.
Now, here's an irony. Johnson is in the middle. Wouldn't you
Why
have
didn't you put
given that
Coventry
to Connor Coventry?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you have put Connor Coventry
Yeah.
in there?
Yeah.
It's a big position, is it not, to fill?
Well, it is, but Connor
It is,
Coventry
but surely you
is
play the natural player, the natural
the
position.
natural player, yeah.
rather
Yeah, but he's
than-
never. When has Moyes ever done that though?
But he's
Yeah.
putting Johnson in an
I know,
unfamiliar
I know.
territory, Which
Yeah,
is,
no, but he's
which
putting,
is odd.
mate, he's putting Fornals. He's dropped Fornals back. Well, has he? Oh, the stream.
look.
Come on.
Johnson's playing back in M3.
Johnson's
Johnson's
playing
whole midfield.
holding midfield.
Maybe he's
Obviously, he's on
unearthed
that left
something.
hand
Well, we
side,
are
so
down
he
to the
probably
bare
cover-
bones, aren't we? We
That's
are
what I
down
do.
to the bare bones.
Well, not under David Moyes though. Still, I mean, any player can play anywhere under David Moyes. David
Apparently
Moyes just wants. David Moyes just wants.
Look around, Masuaku. Just get it away. Well
David
done.
Moyes just wants 16 bodies, and he's like, "Don't worry what position they are. I'll create
go
them
off.
for whatever I want."
Just give me a goalkeeper and 11 like 10 outfield players, and I'll make it
It's
work.
Moyes total football. That's what it is.
It is total football, isn't it?
Corner.
Total
Corner,
football.
Jesse.
There we go.
It actually is total
Smacked
football.
in the
It
head
is.
of Masuaku.
Total football.
Oh, what is going on with
reinvented.
this stream?
We just call him Ajax Moyes. Ajax Moyes from now on. Cleans up
But if
better than
Noble is
anybody
out,
in
lads,
Africa.
if Noble is out, what now?
He won't.
For
Mate.
the, for the remaining
hours.
games.
Oh.
If it says if
I
it's his
guess.
arm, they'll wrap him up, and he can wear. I mean, what was it? Vardy was wearing a bloody
Yeah.
a sticky thing for
Christ, yeah.
plastic. Yeah,
Clear,
for
right,
ages,
corner
so-
was won and cleared by Dawson. Leicester coming back in. Wide to all
Good
right.
challenge,
inside.
good
Oh,
challenge.
challenger.
Oh
my
God.
Brilliant.
Go on, go on.
Oh,
Go on.
Oh,
That do.
Oh,
Throw
that
it.
was
Ben
good.
Rama's
Oh.
coming on. Ben Rama is coming on.
Benny's coming on now.
For who? Jared Bowen's coming off.
He's putting
Well
his-
played, Jared
Well,
Bowen.
Well played,
done,
Jared
boys.
Bowen.
I was a bit surprised at that.
Joan, he's not slowing it down by bringing Ben Rama on.
No, he's not. In
By the
fairness.
reverse.
But that's like legs for the counter, isn't it? That's what I'd say. You still need something to go the other way. Otherwise, you're just continually
Well
inviting
played.
pressure in.
Well played, Bowen. Well
done,
played.
Bowen.
Right. Go on, lads.
I'm kind of beginning to feel sorry for Benny, but at the same time, you kind of understand,
Yeah,
you know?
Well, if
Another
things
6
aren't
minutes.
going, if things aren't going shit, then you know.
you can't change. You won't change it.
5 minutes
Oh.
left. 5 minutes left.
Do you know what? Well. Oh, Benny, he's just giving it
Oh,
away.
Benny, you got to do better than that. You can't do that there.
He's only just come on.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm just
He's got to
commentating.
get up to
He's
the,
just
he's got
giving it
to get
away.
up to the speed of the game quick.
Oh, but Matsuaku's asleep, isn't he? That player just went
Well
straight
played,
past
Johnson.
him.
Well played, Johnson.
Oh,
Well played, Souček.
Tommy Souček stepping up to the plate. Get rid
Look
of
at
it.
that, Johnson. Oh,
English
you've got to
Yardie,
do better than that, Jesse.
Masuaku got to play faster, slow down our
Come on,
break.
Ben
yeah?
Johnson.
And then Mandy Masuaku puts you on Valium.
Oh, dear.
Oh, Leicester on the ball in the edge of the box. Looking
Just-
to manoeuvre it.
Just get rid of it. West Ham, please. Get hold of the ball.
They're
5
going
minutes left. People.
Back out wide.
Oh,
Masuaku
come on,
closes it
Fabianski.
down.
Oh!
Well,
Oh,
thanks,
Fabianski.
What's he- is it? No,
He's
laughing,
all right.
laughing.
They're
I thought he was on
laughing.
his shoulder.
Oh, lads, I'm fucking.
Yeah.
This is-
I just gotta. I've lost all feeling in my throat. I've just stop it. Oh,
Fabianski,
I don't-
high
final
one.
whistle,
I do
please.
not
The
know
final whistle.
what
please.
is going on.
Forward again.
Oh,
Balbuena forward again.
got here we go.
Balbuena forward again into Souček. To
Oh,
Soufal down the
Balbuena,
line.
yes, see.
Look
That's
for
what
Jesse.
we want.
Well, one back. We
The
look
Rockets
like
in.
we're half the players look like they're spent, don't they?
Yeah,
they really
yeah.
do.
Not good. They're absolutely not good.
See, to be honest, I couldn't tell you who's playing where because he's brought on so many players. They're all out of position. I have no idea who's in what position.
Well, it looks like from that one earlier, like Johnson was playing behind Masuaku.
Matt, he's not playing any form. I genuinely don't believe he's playing a formation.
Oh,
He's
quick!
just literally
oh, no! Fabianski.
You cover that bit of the ground, you cover that bit of space.
Lads,
I know where Fabianski's playing. At least I know that.
Gravy
I know where
Dave,
Fabianski's playing.
mate, thanks for being with us because this is a roller coaster, and we're fans, and you see the way we react. You know,
Oh,
trust me, we're no
Fabianski,
different in the stadium.
Leicester.
Joan, why is time going by so slowly? It really
It's
is.
horrible.
Oh,
It's horrible, Joe.
come on, Johnson. Masuaku, come on.
I don't know. Just come on, West Ham player. That's what I'm going to start shouting. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Good block.
Now. Don't push out. You're just hitting too deep. Push out, boys. Come on.
Push out. Oh,
3 minutes plus stoppage
we're inviting
time.
it on. Big raking ball.
We are
again
inviting it on.
to-
Masuaku, mate, wait the hell
Oh,
up.
Brighton sold him.
Well done. Stay on your feet.
Dangerous.
Well done, Masuaku.
Well done, Masuaku.
Redemption. Oh,
Masuaku,
good
what are you
God,
doing? Well
Jesus
done,
Goal kick.
Christ.
Is that goal kick? Hold on. Is that goal kick? Goal kick? No. Oh,
That's handball, if nothing else.
yeah. What's he done?
Yeah. You know what? Forget the.
No,
Massimo
it's-
attack. What about that
it's
4
corner.
hours one? What about the? Yeah, what
88
about the
minutes
4 hours
gone.
one?
Oh, who's got the armband? That's a good question. I don't know because it would have been Creswell. So who's got the arm? Socek, I reckon. Or
Yeah,
Fabianski.
I'd assume so. It could be
Or Dawson.
Fabianski. Or Dawson.
or Lingard. Or Masuaku. or
Or any of the
Can you
players that are
imagine
playing for West Ham.
No,
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 I bet no.
anyone with a
got the
current
armband.
blue shirt on.
Noble's still wearing it on the bench.
Is he?
Probably.
Go on,
but
West
he
Ham.
might-
They're getting stuck in. Go on, West Ham. Come on.
I'm trying to
See
see
this out, lads.
I feel sorry for Johnson. He doesn't know what to do in that position.
Mate, I don't know who's. I genuinely don't
doesn't
understand
know
West
what
Ham's
to do.
He
formation.
is actually. It is a back five, and he is playing.
Where's
right back.
Suchek?
Sub player.
Where's Suchek? Where has he
He's playing
gone?
right back
He's
right
in the
now.
striker's role.
So he
Playing
is.
right back.
He is playing right back.
Or
That's it,
taking. Oh, there you go.
Fabianski.
Fab's
Just
captain.
keep
We're playing an
hold of the ball.
8-1-1
Keep hold of the
formation.
ball. That's what you need to do.
But
There
it's
we go,
true, though.
Fabs.
Suchek
We
was in
are
right back
the ball
position. He was nowhere in the middle. What's going on?
It's got to be about 5.
We are playing
6 minutes
8-1-1
at a time,
right
hasn't
now.
it?
8-1-1 formation.
But- I think
Michael-
up front,
Michael,
with
he had a
Lingard
good
up front.
game and then he just gave that sloppy goal away. That's why I get upset with him. Socek is playing as a striker. I don't know. You know better than we do, Gary. We don't know what position anyone's playing.
No, it's all right.
Fornals has gone out
He's
left.
back.
Fornals
He's back.
has gone out
He's
left.
back. Suchek's back.
Lingard's up there by himself, I think.
I want to know who's captain.
2 checks at forward.
Fabianski is.
Is he
When he
captain?
caught
Yeah.
when he caught that cross, you saw his arm and he was wearing it.
Oh,
Go on, Arthur, contain him.
Oh,
Corner-
get rid of
corner
it.
ball.
Well done,
A
Johnson.
minute plus
Oh.
added time, people. A minute plus added time.
What are we having for injury time? 4 minutes?
4
It's gonna be
minutes.
4
I
minutes.
4
reckon.
minutes, probably.
You lot are going to get top 4
4
from
minutes,
Down
4
Under Gooner.
minutes,
Blimey,
4
club in this
minutes.
coat and blue. Thank you very much, Down Under Gooner. Much appreciated, mate.
It's away. It's away.
See, because Alf, you're slightly behind me. I'm like, shit, what am I missing?
Oh.
Well played,
Oh,
Suaku,
no.
and again, and again,
Well
and
done,
again.
Oh, no.
And again,
Ball, Arthur. Get
And
that
again.
ball.
Get out,
Well
get out.
played, Arthur.
down the
You're
line,
good
Arthur.
for
There we go.
something. We
Fine.
go.
Kick it
We
out.
go.
Kick
We
it
go.
out. Go on, Benny. One more.
Oh.
Come
Come on,
on.
he's still got it. Go on. One more.
Unlucky.
Go on.
That's it.
Unlucky,
Oh.
Benny. Unlucky.
Unlucky.
No. Unlucky.
6 minutes. 6 minutes.
6.
Oh, come on. 6 minutes. That's
Bloody hell.
I can't handle more minutes of this game. I can't.
Okay, I'm going. I've just got to do
Ball
it.
across. Ball. Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh,
Oh!
Ball across from Albrighton. Deflected off Diop.
Oh, God. Jesus
Iheanacho thrown in the
Christ.
back post, and we still got 5 minutes to play.
Come on,
Oh.
boys. Come on. Oh,
We need to get some time wasting going here, lads.
hanging on again. Hanging on.
Oh, Jesus
No.
Christ.
Hanging on. Gee, bloody hell. Come on, we got 5 minutes. 5 minutes just to hang on. 5 minutes.
Oh, not again. I can't take this, lads.
I can't. I
I
can't.
can't
take
bloody
it.
take this.
Not
Oh,
again, West Ham.
TikTok boy upstairs is going mad. He's just found out the score. Oh.
Charlie Everett, you know what? I almost agree with you. You know?
Mike Dean's booking someone.
Again.
Oh,
Oh, lads, I
He's
can't
booked-
do this.
I think he's booked Arthur for time wasting.
well.
Straight back
Come
to
on,
Leicester.
come on,
Leicester now coming
come
forward
on.
again.
No, this is just.
We've still got 4 minutes to
Come
play.
on.
Come on, West Ham United.
And Leicester just cranking up the pressure now.
Yeah. All right. Confidence, lads.
Come
Well
on,
won.
West
Well
Ham.
won.
Come
Arthur.
on,
Come on.
Come on,
Formation, lads.
That's
He
it.
should
That's
have-
it, Arthur. Get in there.
It just pulled his
Don't
hamstring.
you hold your leg. Don't you hold your
He's
leg.
holding his leg.
Oh,
His
you-
hamstring.
Who
He
has?
hasn't. He was holding his
Arthur.
leg. He's holding it still, isn't he? He is a bit.
Yeah, yeah.
He is. He's holding his right leg. He's limping.
Good hit, Johnson. Clear it.
Oh, piss off.
Oh, my
That's the
heart.
throw. Leicester
My
3.
heart can't take this.
Got 3.5 minutes to go. Is it 3.5? No. Yeah, 3.5 minutes.
God, they're encamped in our half.
Oh, come on, come on!
Get rid of the ball. Oh. Get rid of it, West Ham. Get rid of it.
Cross into the back post.
Get rid of it.
No!
Get rid of it.
Just
Stand up. Stand up.
Corner ball.
oh,
Jeez.
Jesus.
I cannot take this. Oh, lads.
Bloody hell.
We cannot hold on to a goal lead.
This is worse than Wolves game.
Corner ball, Leicester. Corner ball, Leicester.
The keeper's up. Schmeichel's up for the corner.
Oh, come on. Just get up.
Away it goes.
Come on.
Away.
Get away. Get away.
Away it goes.
Away. Good clear.
Get
Get
away,
away.
West Ham. There's 2 minutes. 2 minutes left, lads. 2 minutes left.
Come
God, I can't
on.
take this.
Come
I
on.
can't
Put
take
some
this.
pressure on them. Oh, come on.
Schmeichel's playing right centre back right now. Leicester
Look,
just
Pump
put
it into the
forward.
box.
You've got an open goal. Come on.
That'll do, West Ham. That'll do.
That's
Fabianski's
it,
got the
that's
ball.
it.
2 minutes to go. Come
Just
on, West Ham.
Take
Please.
your time. Take your time. Calm down.
That's
Just
it,
keep
boys.
hold of that
Get him
ball.
out, boy. That's it. Get him out, boys. Come on. Stop playing so bloody deep.
Oh,
Here
That's
we
it, go
go.
wide.
Here we
nice
go.
ball
Corner
from
flag, Ben.
Sufal.
Hold on to that ball,
Rama.
West Ham.
Towards the
Benny.
corner flag, Benny.
Possession football. Oh, here we go. Down the line.
See that? We just need short passes. Don't give them the ball.
Oh,
back.
well done, Benny.
Well
Go on,
played, Benny.
son. Schmeichel on the ball. A minute and a half to go.
Oh. Come on. Go on. That's it. Just put more pressure on them.
Go on. Put pressure.
Minute and a half
on,
to
Lens.
go.
Go on, Benny.
I can't
Stop
take
pressing
this.
up. Oh.
Come on.
Leicester.
Someone step out a little bit. Go on. Someone
West
step
Ham.
out.
Leicester have got the ball in
Look,
our
you're just
half,
standing off
passing
there.
it through.
Go on, Johnson.
A lot
That's
of
it.
pressure.
Oh,
Ah,
That's
come on.
it.
go on, Arthur.
Oh.
Clear
Go on,
it.
Masuaku. Smash
Oh,
it.
Yours, Masuaku.
Free kick.
That's okay.
What's it called?
That's okay.
Go on.
A minute to go. A minute to go. A minute to go. A minute to go.
Come on.
1 minute to
Boise,
go.
1 minute. That's what he's saying. 1 minute.
1 minute to go.
That's all. Come on.
West Ham United 3, Leicester City 2. 1 minute to go, and we've given the ball away on a throw on.
Oh, come on. That was poor.
Oh.
Step out, West Ham. Step out. Step out, please. Well done, Masuaku. Get rid of it.
Right.
Johnson.
West Ham. Oh, straight to Leicester.
Ah, get rid of it. Stand up to him. He's fallen down himself. Stand up to him. Get rid of it, West Ham.
Oh, my
Corner.
God. Get it away.
Oh, my
Got 10
God.
seconds left.
Oh, my God.
10 seconds left. It's a corner ball. Oh, my God. I can't take this.
I think
Schmeichel's coming up again.
As well.
Schmeichel's up from the back.
I can't take this. I can't.
No, I
Come
can't.
on, this is the last chance. Get it away, West Ham. Get that ball away, West
Get
Ham.
it away.
Get the ball away. Get it away. It's got to be.
Get it away.
West
Oh,
Yes, West Ham.
yes.
Ham.
Yes. That's it. It's got to be it. It's got to be it. It's got to be it.
Whistle.
Blow that referee.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
Oh, my God. I can't. Oh, my God.
Oh. My
Can we
Oh,
not?
my
I said
God.
last night, can we not do this again? We go 3-0 up and then hang on.
Oh, bloody 3
My
points
God.
in the bag.
Lads.
We are not.
Yes.
Oh, I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that. We keep on doing it to ourselves. And we just.
Do you know what? Do you know
We
what?
panic at
I actually
3-0.
don't care. We've won. Do you know what? We've made the difference is we haven't conceded the third goal. We never conceded the third goal against Wolves. We never conceded the third goal against Leicester. We've done the double over Leicester.
Oh,
The double over Wolves.
my
That's-
God. My God.
Back up to
What
fourth.
a result. What a result. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe what a result. But we've done it. We should. Oh, my God. You're going to send me to an early grave, West Ham. You really are.
For neutral, you're loving this watch. Down under Gooner. It's not enjoyable giving it to you.
My God. We're fourth in the league, lads. We're fourth.
Jeez, fourth with 1 point behind Leicester.
We're
1 point behind Leicester.
Third. Wait, third. Here we come. Kitchener.
Oh, even down under, Gooner down under. Blow that whistle.
Oh, dear.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, that's the third game in a row. Third game in a row where we've had to go through this.
Oh, this is.
I can't take this.
Man, my ring,
That's a great goal from Lingard.
my ring is twitching like a mouse.
Oh,
I love that. Scott, that was fun. No, it weren't. No, it weren't. Oh, Quattro, massive 3 points. Good grief.
cannot believe.
Oh, what is going on? We need our corner back, don't we? We need our corner back.
We are panicking with possession, though. You know, we're losing possession and just letting them come back into the game. Oh God, we just crikey. But we've got injuries there. We've got
more injuries.
Masuaku, I think he's got an injury there as well. It's another 3 points, but
it could be that we'll be without Noble and without Masuaku for the next game.
You're right, Stout, and we're 1 point behind Leicester.
1 point behind Leicester. Back up to fourth, people. Back up to fourth. Massive win.
Massive.
But good grief. Why do we do this to ourselves? Thank you, Steve. Great show, lads. Join us for the review straight after the game. Anton is putting that review together.
I'm out. I'm gone.
Are you coming for the review, Alf?
Of course I will.
Yeah, Johnson will start at left back, but if Noble is out, what then? I've got some ideas, but Scott, to be fair, Diop played well. Where did that comment go? Lost it. Sorry, Scott. There we go again. To be fair, Diop played well, but Oggy commands the play so well. Yeah, but if Creswell, we've lost Creswell, we could have lost Masuaku, and we could have lost Noble. That's another 3 players.
Lads, just bear this in mind. If we win all our remaining games and Man City and Man United and Leicester lose all theirs, guess what?
We win the league.
We will be champions.
I'm telling you now, if any more games like that, I think we're all going to be in intensive care.
Can we just give
bloody
a quick shout out to Luke?
Luke.
Put fiver at 125 to 1 on Lingard to score, Bowen to score, over 5 cards and over 4 goals. Won 630 quid.
What on, Luke? What on, Luke?
Beers are on you, my son.
This is a good point, Sean. If we beat Newcastle, we go third for 5 days before Leicester play their next game. That's pressure on Leicester, isn't it?
That's pressure
on Leicester.
That's pressure on us. Oh dear.
London ain't white Spurs fan, so sorry about that. It's claret and blue, and we've run away from you. You can't catch us in the league now. Why do they do this to us? Exactly. Why? Any more injuries? And Mavis, the tea lady, will have to get her boots on. Long dark. Maybe if we forget about Lingard, 2 goals. Thanks, guys. I need to go outside and get some fresh air.
Me and you both. God. Right, that's it. Game over. Right. See you all. It's been emotional.
Hasn't it just? Cheers, mate. Chat later, yeah?
See ya.
Anton, roughly how long before we go live?
13 minutes.
You heard it here first. We're coming on at 4:15 with our review.
20 past.
So
20 past.
20 past 4 with our review. Well, Matt, I mean, What the hell? Three? I mean, how Moyes? I mean, Moyes. I think Moyes must be really, really peed off because we keep
With the
conceding these
defence,
goals,
yeah.
don't we?
I mean, in fairness, I would say there was parts in that game when we weren't. It was only really the last 10 minutes when we put everyone behind the ball.
Yeah.
But even when they got the
We
first
can't defend, can we? We can't defend. Let's put it.
We can defend in transitions of attack and defend. We can't park the bus.
No, we can't park the bus.
That's what you mean. We can't just go, right, you have the ball, we're going to sit. We have to have some sort of outlet to release some of the pressure. And once they got that first goal, we don't for about 10 minutes. And he got to the last 10. And then, no, he must be.
So what people are asking
is.
the
game as well, didn't he? He was like, no, I'd rather we go and score 5 or 6.
What people are asking is should Ben Rama then be brought on sooner in order to give us that outlet? But then that weakens us in defence, doesn't it? That's the thing.
Yeah, it's finding the balance.
Yeah.
But,
and I mean, listen, people, I'm not going to slag off Masuaku, but I can't help feeling that sloppy play that gave them their first goal gave them that momentum, didn't it? Really, that's the thing he's got in him. Lovely when he goes forward, but he just has that. I'll never forget last season against Brighton at home.
Yeah,
we were 3-1 up. 3-1 up, and Moyes made the change
again. We was 3-1 up,
and he gave him 2 free goals. Because he brought Masuaku on, and both goals, the second goal and their third goal was from that side. Masuaku being that slack play, but what do you want to say? Oh, I don't know.
He gave it away, didn't he? And then Fabianski should have still saved it.
Eamon, Leicester were beaten until King Arthur made a mistake. Unfortunately, that's true.
And he has it in him. That's the thing, isn't it? For all the good he does, he has it in him.
Yeah. Everyone thinks Benny's the answer. He's not good enough to oust anyone, in my opinion. Not suggesting that, Toby, but maybe when we do need that outlet, but it's like Matt said, when we do need that outlet to go forward, maybe, Ben Rama can cause problems. But you come on cold with only 8-9 minutes left in the game. It takes you 10 minutes to get into the game sometimes, doesn't it, Matt? So you can't blame Ben Rama for not being up to speed, can you?
No, it's hard. That's why you always had those. That's why Solskjaer was so lauded when he played for Man United.
Yeah,
because he could come in and hit the ground running.
And just hit the ground running. Yeah,
it's very hard to come off the bench, especially when you've not got a lot of time to then keep up with play.
Yeah, Gerard O'Connor, Big Jack Charlton used to pick the 11 best players for Ireland. Didn't matter their best positions. He just wanted the 11 best. If they're good, they can play anywhere on the pitch. Well, yeah, there's a fair point to that. But I did worry that he brought Johnson on in the middle of the park, and Johnson looked a little bit lost. And I wouldn't have blamed Johnson.
No,
he did look lost.
Can't blame him, but he had a poor game for. I mean,
the last 20 minutes was poor from him. Last 20 minutes.
I mean, the last 10, he sort of, if including injury time, he sort of stepped up. But that was because he seemed to be getting dragged back into the left back position to make it like a back 7 or something.
Yeah, yeah.
But when he was playing in the middle, no, he was lost at sea, wasn't he? Like, he's not. And we said it during the game. If he was going to put him on there, he might as well have brought on Conor Coventry.
Yeah, that's what I think.
At least he knows how to play the position.
Exactly. Anthos, whenever Masuaku defends, it's like him playing for the opposition. Kind of, yeah. I mean, I don't want to knock him, but it worries me, Masuaku. Great going forward, not so great when you need him to defend. Zach, I don't know why he didn't bring Fredericks on. Fredericks would have been a good option, I think. But then, he needed to replace Noble because Noble went out injured. So I understand why Fredericks didn't come on for Noble. But I think I'm like you. I think Coventry, the last 10 minutes should have come on for Noble, to be honest. Dazio, Arthur, one mistake. We know he's risky. We've got to love him. We won, and another important contribution to our goal. But that's the thing, Dazzy. That's the. It's almost at the moment. Not at the moment. We have to score. We've always got to score more than the opposition, don't we, in order to stay in there? At the moment. Arrived. Masuaku's lazy in his final pass. I think that's the thing. That's the thing that gets me. When he went to when he went to. Well, he didn't even close down that first goal, did he? He just like half-heartedly tried to kick the ball away.
Like he controlled it, miscontrolled it, and then I don't know. Yeah, got picked off, didn't he?
Yeah. Reese, can I borrow your heart meds? I do actually have heart meds, Billy. Well, blood meds, to be honest with you. West Ham 3, Leicester 2 review live. Lingard and Bowen show. Noble and Creswell injured. Are we dreaming? Live at 4:20. So do join us for a full review. Long Dark. Ben Rama not worth the money. I still think Ben Rama's got a future, but it certainly isn't going to be this season. Vaclav, imagine this to be in the stadium. It would be mad, wouldn't it be mad? But we've missed a great season, and we not being able to go to the games. I mean, we really have.
We really have, but there's always that punchy argument that we had this season with the fans there.
Yeah. Toby, still, who does he knock off the starting 11? Who for? I'm not suggesting Ben Rama should start. I'm not suggesting Ben Rama should start. I think Ben Rama should be brought on. Think if we need something a little bit more up front to give the opposition something more to worry about. If you look at the last few games, we've sat deeper and deeper and deeper, and we're allowing teams to come at us because we haven't got much going forward. Because our striker Lingard's knackered, or Bowen or whatever. And I'm just thinking maybe not Lingard, but Bowen. Take him off with 15, 20 minutes to go. Put Ben Rama fresh legs. Give Ben Rama that 5 minutes to get accustomed to the game, so he can start making the runs against the opposition. That's what I think. But Zach, Ben Rama was terrible when he came on, and I'm a fan of his. But this is what I'm saying. I think Matt agrees with me. 9 minutes to go. You don't have an awful lot of time to get into the game. You
got 5 minutes to get into the game, but then you've got 4 minutes, like 3-4 minutes. Yeah.
Horns was Ben Rama was put on to keep the ball. All he did was give it away. Well, so did Masuaku. Gave it away. Unfortunately, but it's interesting that we focus on one or two players. But
tell you what, let's instead of focusing on negatives, let's go. The last 3 games, we've played Arsenal, Wolves, and Leicester. We've scored 9 goals and we've picked up 7 points.
I can't believe it.
Let's look at. Forget the fact we conceded 4.
Yeah,
no, sorry, we conceded.
Conceded 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Scored 9, conceded 7.
Yeah, but we played Leicester. This was, by the way, remember this was our hard run. We had the easy run at the end of the season. We had the hard run first, and we played that.
I'm not counting these so-called easy games as easy games. I reckon we're going to get a big surprise. I hope not, but I'm worried about getting a big surprise from one of these so-called easy games. I love Ben Rama, Neil T, but I think it was a mistake to bring him on when he did. Does that mean, Neil, he shouldn't have brought him on, or should have brought him on earlier? Anthos, West Ham versus our injured 11 should be a good game. Techie bits, I can't write anymore. I'm shaking so much, mate. We all are. We're like, this is a roller coaster, really is. English Yardie, being a West Ham fan is not easy. That's an understatement. Like a roller coaster up and down. Stell's Masuaku mistake was a turning point. He plays on defensive side of the ball too nonchalantly for me. You're spot on, English Yardie.
Yeah.
That's what frustrates me with the player.
He's very laid back, isn't he? That's
sorry, mate.
He's very laid back.
He's very laid back. Too laid back. Too laid back. Zach, I get why he doesn't play Benny. He was good if we were attacking, but if we're defending, he's a liability. Well, that's true. That's true. But it's like defending from the front, Zach. I can see the point. If your players up front are flagging a little bit, then you could put Ben Rama on to give the opposition something to worry about. Get the ball to him so the opposition will worry about him more. NWO. That's football 30, 40 years ago. I'm afraid most players today can't play with more than 1 foot, let alone different positions. Yeah, Gerard made a point about bringing on, Jack Charlton playing his best 11, no matter what position. Long Dark, what's the point of commentary on the bench? Matt, what's the point of commentary on the bench when it was a prime time for him to come on? Weird choice by...
No, it was to bring Johnson on there. Like, don't get me wrong, I get that Johnson's becoming a bit of a utility player. But it's only in the sense that he can play either side of fullback or wingback.
Exactly.
He doesn't play in the middle. So
that's an odd choice.
He'd literally been better off bringing on Alves.
Yeah, in the
centre.
centre.
To play a defender in front of the back 3.
Center. Yeah, Yeah, it would have made more sense.
Yeah.
AJ Nathan, West Ham should speak with United and Lingard now. Every game is going to score. Price will go up. You're probably not wrong there, mate. Harry Banks, I think he's too focused on going forward and passing back as a last resort for him. I think you're talking about Masuaku there, mate. Yeah, you're probably right. But let's not forget, we brought him in, like it or not, agree or not, we bought him as a left back. But you're right, Harry. You're right. Toby, Arthur's better with no time. Instinctively, he's pretty solid. When he has time to pick the book pass, he's poor.
It's a good argument for that, to be fair.
Yeah. AJ Nathan, West Ham should speak. Yeah, we've done that one. Ironclad, Masuaku is a player of two halves. Great in theirs, bad in ours. That is a really good point. Great in their half, bad in our half. Yeah. Yeah. Anthos, I said a while ago that Man United had us by the short and curlies in regards to Lingard. Yep, agreed. Reese, it's literally so West Ham. Play a good season when no fans are there. That is so West Ham, isn't it, Reese? Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. NWO, possibly the best season ever. I've seen better,
up there.
but then I'm older.
Yeah, he's getting there. I mean, what, 55 points now?
Yeah, bloody hell. Does it, and we're a point behind Leicester, who are in third. Dazio, 2 games back-to-back wins, argue that. Yeah, can't argue that. Mandy, 7 points in 3 games, Arsenal, Wolves and Leicester. This team is marching on, but it makes us suffer. Arrived. By the way, it was a very entertaining watching the last 2 minutes of your live watch along when I knew the final score to YouTube delay. Yeah, it must be funny when people know what's happened and we're sitting there still going through it. Ian Smith, the ref should have sent one of their players off. Well, yeah, indeed, he should have been sent off.
Indeed, he should have gone.
Yeah. That's weird. Really weird. I wonder if Souček had made a second challenge, what he would have done against him. That would have been interesting to see.
You know what?
Jeremy
I
Brown.
guarantee if it was the same tackle and Souček had done it, he'd have gone.
It'd have gone. Yeah, I think so. Jeremy Brown. Hats off to Moyes and today's team. No Rice, Antonio, and Ogbonna. And yet, getting it through. Hornswosler and had squeaky bums through all 3 games. We sure have. Mandy, it wasn't the time for Ben to come on. We were defending so deep. Should have put Coventry on. Yeah, I think Coventry should have come on. But there you go. Going live now, people. So let's catch up with just 1 or 2 more comments. Do join us. Come out of this and then join us on the review. Same channel, same people. What a win, Theo. Just wish we were all there to enjoy it. Sick of screaming at my TV. Anthos, can't Rice and Antonio's girlfriend wife play the last few games for us? Don't know how good they are, mate. Let's scroll down. Newcastle are fighting for their lives. This is going to be a real difficult game away. Yeah. So it's not going to be an easy game.
They won today, didn't they?
They won today, actually. Yeah, that's true.
I think 5 of the last 6 seasons or 4 of the last 5 seasons, 35 points is enough to stay up. Now with 32.
James Bong. Yeah, so they might be all right. Maybe. James Bong. I didn't watch the game, just this watch along. I can't explain what I just went through. Imagine being on this side of the fence, James, because I don't think I can explain what we went through. Techie, since Creswell went off, it showed Masuaku's deficiencies in defence. Yeah, very true. Scott, the reffing and linesman were poor. The linesman on this side was definitely poor, but it didn't cost us for a change. DA, 3 points, but I think Moyes will be fuming at us giving the ball away so much.
Yeah,
absolutely. Absolutely. Right. Come, bring it on. Stop messaging. Put it on our review. We're going on there now. So thanks for joining us for all this. You guys were every West Ham fan for 90 minutes on. Join us in our review. Let's go through the review properly. Thank you for all the comments and everything. But come over,